unmute in my OBS.
Unmute, unmute.
So ready.
Hello,
Yes,
everyone.
please unmute.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Ow!
Hello.
I did
I'm
unmute.
immediately getting
I
assaulted.
did not unmute. Hello. Fucking hell,
my
I
God.
swear I clicked the button. Hello, hello. I forgot how to stream, you guys.
Wait, this.
It's okay, me too.
Oh my
Me
god.
too.
Congrats, Sonk, on getting first. And also eating, drinking crisps, I guess.
Congrats, Jade, on getting first on my side.
Wow.
Oh.
She's so fast. Oh,
With haste.
what's happening?
Ow.
Swim.
Thank you, Shivo. My number one simp, right here.
Is me.
I think I need to turn up Nippy.
Wait, that's new emotes, guys. I didn't even realize.
What?
There's new emotes.
In the
Cinema.
Wait, there are?
Hello.
Wait, how do I see the emotes again?
Wait.
That's the
Those
arrow at the
are-
bottom. I can backflip. Holy shit.
Oh,
Oh my god.
yo,
I
holy
fell
shit.
over. That's extremely in character.
Holy shit.
That's crazy.
Holy.
You guys, please let me know if the volume and stuff is okay. And yeah. Wow, wow, wow.
Oh, jeebus.
Guys, you gotta do the crash out.
Wait, where's the crash out?
He's on the second page.
The volume and stuff is okay. Okay, thank you. Oh my god.
So mad.
Wait,
It's so
I need
over,
to go
guys.
to the
So
mirror. This is VR chat now.
This is VR chat though, yup.
What's playing VR chat?
Nippy's running off.
Guys, it's so over.
Running off to do her furry ERP.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Okay.
Okay.
Anyways, how y'all
Okay, cool.
doing?
How is everyone
Oh
doing?
my god.
Big sick.
Big sick, me too. Oh
Yeah.
god. As
Big
I
sick,
lose my
big
voice.
EP.
Hello.
That's clean.
Who do we got?
Cinema.
I want to say hi to people. We have Sonk here.
Absolute.
Hello, Sonk.
Hello, song.
We have Limey.
Limey.
Oh, he
Hello.
Mojito.
Hold up.
We have Jade here. We have Amon here. We have Alpha
type.
here.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we have Limey Nerd
Yay.
emote now. We have Retro here.
Hello, Retro.
We have
Hello,
yumiyumster
tokens.
here. Very cool streamer.
I
Oh
see.
my god.
I see Almond.
We have Ellie the Jacket
tokens.
here. What?
Hello, tokens.
Wait, why is the Limey Nerd not showing up? Hello?
We have a shiroureee here. Why is Limey
That's me.
Yeah, why is it not showing up?
What the fuck?
Shows up to me.
Oh my god.
Okay,
don't
it's
see
just
it.
my
Okay,
OBS
well.
being weird then, I guess.
As long as people see it in 7TV, it's fine.
I hope so.
Oh my god, there's a
Everything.
fish nibbler in chat.
Oh my god.
My Oshi.
Where?
Who's she?
Where?
My actual Oshi. No, I am not.
She's
That's
gone.
crazy, Amon.
Oh,
Whoa.
fuck.
You missed.
I missed my joke. No.
Oh yeah, we have all of the models ready today.
You know what? I'm gonna fix you.
Oh jeepers.
I'm at it.
Can't believe I'm not
Alright.
invited. You know what, Amon? I'm gonna play this game with you and you'll carry me.
What the?
Oh.
How many people can you play this game? Is it only 4?
God damn it. I think it's only 4 people, right?
I can't aim.
What are you doing?
Me and my 0 hours, I'll carry you for sure, for sure.
I'm getting bullied.
You're probably-
Oh,
Shit.
I'm so sad that the bugle isn't working.
Yeah, it should work,
Yeah, it's
man.
working here.
No. Only Bing. Oh, where did you guys put Bing Bong?
Where is Bing
Where'd he
Bong?
go?
I think he's
Yeah.
somewhere
Where's
at the
Bing Bong?
start.
Oh, I see him. I see him.
Where is
We
he?
threw him around.
Oh, he's over. Oh, wow.
Extra setting up.
Yeah, of course.
Where?
Hi.
Oh,
Is Bing
you
Bong
found
okay?
him.
He's not okay.
Is
Bing
it just me,
Bong.
or is he like super like garbled when he speaks?
Yeah.
No!
Oh, he has captions. Okay.
Yeah, he has captions.
Don't throw it at me.
Okay. Ask him a question, Yumi.
Oh, nice Bing Bong.
Will we make it to the top today?
To the peak, you mean?
To the peak?
Oh, yeah,
Let's
that was
go.
sure.
Yeah, it's real confident.
He
yeah.
believes in
What the
us.
fuck?
Oh. Oh.
She got sniped.
I was about to assault Yumi at the moment I was about to.
I hit you like this, man.
That's crazy.
Everyone, please misbehave. I mean, I'm sure that
No.
Ellie and maybe will do that.
No.
Huh.
Okay.
I'm always
I will be
behaving.
very nice and behave.
I always behave.
Mm. I'm always
I
nice.
doubt this
I'm
very
always
much.
sweet. I never do anything sus.
Very clean.
I swear to God, whenever I stream with you guys, I always have to put on more filters on my stream.
That's why I always have my content warnings on. This one is
Yeah, no, I
even
don't.
this stream is supposed
yeah.
to be very gory, guys. Just so you know.
I'm sure it will.
I mean, I'd rather have them on than not, you know.
Oh. Bing Bong
Yeah,
Harris.
that's fair.
Me too, man. Me too.
It really is Nibby.
It's me. It's my wife.
Ah!
Anyways,
Shall we? Shall we?
shall we?
Anyway.
Shall we?
Shall we?
Feedback?
I got cheese.
Holy, he flew.
Right?
Where did he
almost
go?
Sent him.
He's
Jeez.
all the way over at the end.
My god.
Wait, can you pick up the luggages? Aw.
Oh, we can't bring our luggage.
Ah.
Wait, let me see how far he can throw.
Hi, Bastion. How are you?
Hello.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh, wait, who's hosting the lobby? Was it
you
me?
are.
It's me. It's me.
It's Shiwo. It's Shiwo.
Oh, it's you.
Shiwo's
Okay,
Okay, let's
okay.
go.
Hello.
I'm well.
Oh.
How are you? I'm doing well as well. We're about to peak.
The island's
I love you,
default
Lau.
difficulty. Why we take less stamina? Oh, okay. Now
Oh,
we're
my
doing
hand.
double. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lightning is drinking tears. Oh no.
Okay, bye.
Oh.
Sorry.
Big coughs from Shiro.
What is it?
Shiro's
It's
a little
okay.
sick, so I'm sorry if his coughs are going through.
That's all right. You probably hear some of mine as well, because I can't always mute
Yeah.
that fast. What is the
Alright.
flare doing?
Meal.
Ellie.
The flare is
Ellie.
yeah. Is that milk?
Milk.
Oh my god,
got
this
some
is
milk?
mine.
Milk. Yumi.
I can't hear. I can't hear.
I can't hear my thoughts.
I'm getting back at you.
Oh, my neighbors are gonna be so pissed for that one.
The game with the muscular man throwing it back was Dead by... Oh, the Dead by Daylight dating game? Okay.
What else do
Shame.
we need to bring? I didn't pick up
Oh my
anything
God.
from the suitcases, you guys.
What do you
I
see?
forgot to tell you. I
Oh,
got
yeah.
the Dead by Daylight dating game for like $2 the other day.
Wait, really?
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
it was on sale, so I got.
Are you gonna play it soon?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I love seeing the
What is
middle of your
this?
forehead and nothing else.
Hello?
I know.
Okay, Shiro has the
Oh my god, your
backpack.
baby brother's basically as
Hello.
tall as you. Wait.
Hmm?
Isn't he like 10 years younger than you or something, Limey?
Honestly, when my brother was 12, he was already taller than me. It's crazy.
Oh boy.
Insane.
I'm already getting hungry. Okay,
What
guys.
the fuck is up with this flare?
shit.
Jesus.
Yeah, we should get going.
I'm game.
What is this?
We go.
Punch.
We going.
I'm going.
Also, why does this place look so dead? Did it always look this dead?
Not really.
Oh my God.
Did we land on another island?
Maybe
Yeah,
where are
I
all
mean,
the
there's
jellyfish?
There's different maps, so yeah, I think so.
Oh, get those coconuts.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah,
I forgot how to climb for a sec.
how to pick it.
Coconut. I'm gonna
Oh,
throw
Throw
it
it at
down
me.
at you.
Oh, never mind. Oh. I'm gonna eat this one right away.
How do I use the backpack again? I forgot. Oh, I do this.
Yeah, you gotta drop it to put stuff in.
Right.
Am I bringing the bugle?
Okay.
If you don't, I will.
My inventory's already full because I'm also carrying Bing Bong.
Yeah, I know Bastion. It's kind of bad, but you know.
He's very necessary.
Wait, I can hold him if you want. You can totally trust me with Bing Bong.
I'm scared.
But it'll be okay.
Where's the next fire?
I'm nervous for Bing Bong.
Oh my God, Ellie.
Oh
Oh,
no.
Please don't.
that's more apples though.
Oh shit.
I forget what apples are good.
Yellow's
I'll eat this
bad,
one.
right?
The
I think
greens are
yellow was
bad. And yellow,
Green is
I'm
bad, yeah.
not sure what the yellow do.
Well,
Okay.
for science.
I'll
isn't
find out.
it-
Oh,
Are
it
you
gives
dying?
extra energy. Oh shit.
Okay.
Oh,
So
energy?
it was green that was bad then.
Okay, yeah, don't eat the green ones. I remember that much.
Wait, what about the yellow ones? I
They
forget.
give you energy.
Oh
Yes.
shit! What is your PC on?
Don't worry about it.
Wait, what is
I'm scared.
happening?
It just like sounds like an airplane taking off for a few
That's 'cause-
seconds and then it goes back to normal.
One
Oh,
of my
Jesus.
fans are fucked. Okay. Don't worry.
All right, it's the GPU that arrived broken and then you never returned it.
What?
Okay.
Oh,
Shiro!
All right then, mate.
Cheeto.
I'm crashing out.
Crashing out.
Wait, I need this closer. Oh,
Shit.
Ellie's dead.
I always dead.
Ellie died.
On the inside,
She's
anyways.
got the milk.
Where are we going?
I don't know. I just want
You must throw Bing Bong into
Must
the
throw Bing
volcano
Bong.
as the sacrifice. I will. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
I don't intend
we'll do it.
to bring him up there. Oh, there's Lu. Oh shit.
Yeah, I tried to
Well,
climb
let's-
past and it took a
Can we
little
get
bit
past
of
there, Ellie?
granola bar and blowgun.
I'll let you know.
Oh shit.
Blowgun.
Yeah, I think we're fine.
Yeah.
Walked
Oh.
under it.
Oh.
Oh. All right, whatever.
Climb.
Guys.
Whatever, bro.
Nice. I
Oh,
found a
we have a cannon.
If you put the
Alright, let's go.
backpack in it, you hit the skybox.
Oh, it's the mushroom.
Oh yeah, we could totally
What, I
cheese
don't
this.
remember if the mushrooms are bad, you guys.
I think it was like.
There's
slightly
more.
bad,
There's
but
more
not
yellow
really.
fruits over there.
That's really good.
Uh,
And sport.
Trail mix. I'm gonna eat the trail mix right now.
I
Who
have
has
to go.
who has
I'm gonna eat this.
Wait, what's in your
Surely it's
backpack?
fine.
Okay, the backpack is full.
Yeah, it's full in right now. We
Mm,
can just eat some things if it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat
I
some of
think-
the yellow ones.
I think
I can use
I
the
eat one.
energy.
the chubby shrooms are fine to eat.
Oh my god, there's so many of guys. Eat those yellow fruits here.
Oh shit.
Yeah, the
Ooh.
yellows. Oh my god, that's so much.
Alright, maybe it's time to say bye to the bugle.
No. Give it to me.
I'm gonna feed this to you.
There you go. Oh, thank
Okay.
you.
I'd feed this to Nibby.
Should we?
Oh.
Should we go
Should
up here?
we? Yeah, we can try.
Oh my god, the music.
I don't
Yeah, it's
wanna say
going.
goodbye.
Can I stand here?
Yo.
Oh, I can stand here.
I'll always
Oh.
remember you.
Goodbye, bugle.
Remember you, Vilca.
Goodbye.
Alright, that worked.
Nice.
Oh wait, I think I need a
That was
hand.
weird.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
Oh,
I got you.
oh, thank
Yeah,
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think I started climbing while my stamina wasn't at max.
Oh my god,
Oh.
genius.
I do
We're
that a
so
lot.
back.
It's an issue.
We're so back.
I jump a lot of unnecessary times,
Yeah, same.
which also
too.
drains a lot of
Yeah.
energy.
That's pretty helpful. Alright, nice.
Oh,
Thank
We're
you.
going. Okay,
We must
okay.
ascend.
oh my god, I'm shrimping. Fuck.
Already?
shrimps
We're
in
not
chat.
even 10 minutes in.
Yeah, good job.
I've been sitting in this chair for hours though.
That's fair.
Crazy. Oh,
Fog rice already? Oh shit.
Oh,
we
we're
barely
pretty
got
high
out
up
here,
already.
We were yapping at the beach for a little bit.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
were, yeah.
I guess so.
I blame the yappers.
I blame
Says the
Shiro.
yapper.
Oh,
I blame Shiro and his broken GPU fan.
Me too.
okay, alright. Okay.
Full of rage.
You're never gonna
I
live
wonder
this
what the
down,
milk
Noah.
That
does.
sucks.
Yeah.
Whatever we do this.
It has
Why
to be
can't
like
I-
super OP, right?
For sure.
Definitely. Or it gives you the shits.
Oh my god, that would be really funny too. We're going.
Oh,
Ow! Look at this view.
actually doing really well.
Yeah, not bad. You guys with us?
Ah, thank you.
Oh,
They're with us.
I probably shouldn't. Oh, I see coconuts.
Oh shit. I also still have a full coconut in my inventory.
I have like 3. No, 2. Ooh.
You have 2 halves in the backpack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys have space for coconuts? Wait, I'm gonna eat this.
I have none, but
Do you
I
guys
can
remember if
I
this
could
mushroom
eat
is good?
one.
You want me to eat it for science?
You can eat this.
What the? What did you just feed me?
Force feed it?
What the fuck? Man!
Oh
Ow!
my god!
Whoops.
Wait, did you have to break all of the coconuts though?
My bad.
I guess I'll eat one.
Yeah, it just eat until you're not hungry anymore, guys.
I have a
I'm
full
not
one.
hungry anymore.
I have a full one.
Alright.
We're
We're doing really good right now.
Don't jinx it,
Let's
please.
go.
Well,
I'm jinxing it.
for now.
I don't know if I
It's
could
what I
go
do
there.
best.
Oh, sorry.
Now we're here. Oh,
Yes. I'm gonna try.
Go,
really?
Yumi, go.
I'm
I'm
way too heavy for
going.
that. Oh my gosh, she's going.
I'm not going.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Shit.
Oh no.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
Let's
so
go
that's too
around.
tall.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a little ledge here. We can do that.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. Oh.
Oh, that's
all
gonna work.
I'm fog.
How far up is it?
I can't even see it.
Oh Jesus.
We're fine.
Okay. It's just misty.
A little bit. It's because it's cold.
Let go of me! He was doing that thing where I was grabbing and
Jesus.
letting go at the same time.
It's so over.
It's over.
Ascend.
We have bridges. Hello.
Ooh, bridges.
Oh. I'm so heavy.
Okay.
If anyone's hungry, let's shoot on Oak so we can get some of the coconuts out of his backpack.
Yeah.
I think it's over here, no?
Yeah, probably.
Oh,
Barley.
maybe not.
Maybe not.
Oh.
No, that sounds awful.
That
That looks awful.
It looked very connected. If someone can climb all the way up there, then I have a rope that we can
Oh
put
shit.
down,
Let me up.
possibly.
Can you do it,
cool.
maybe?
I'm going.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
She's doing
going.
it. Oh my god.
Let's
Okay.
go.
Okay, now come down and get the rope that I have.
Pull us up. Pull us. No, wait. Oh my god.
Eat my coconut.
Okay, here you go. I think you can look in here now.
Can I?
Just wear it.
Oh,
Yeah, there we go.
And don't slide down.
Oh shit.
okay, go again.
What do cluster mushrooms do, guys?
Oh my god. Ellie, have your hand
Don't
ready.
think-
Ellie, you need your hand. Ellie.
Oh shit.
Ellie. Ellie. Ellie.
I'm here! I
What
can't...
dropped?
Oh.
I think it was just a
Something dropped.
mushroom. I think it was just a mushroom.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was a rope.
Nah, I
Oh,
can't
that
do
was a
Hold
mushroom,
on.
yeah.
Ellie, we need a hand.
Maybe if I
Please.
could.
Ellie, you need to get down on the ledge.
Okay.
You can,
Hold on. Oh shit.
you can do it without falling all the way. You're not this big.
Rest on the ledge, rest on... Oh, okay. Alright, hold on. I'm coming down.
I'm just gonna
Oh my god.
kiss me.
You landed right on Shiro's face.
The issue is that there's only
broke my
space for
power, it's okay.
one person up
tried.
here. Okay, but come up.
That's
Why am
okay.
I gripped? Let go.
It wasn't me this time, I swear.
I want to not.
Can I have a little boost?
Yeah, sure.
I forget how to do that.
Well, you
You
just
crouch.
Oh, I'm boosting you. Get off.
Go. I'm
Wait,
coming.
how do you crouch? Oh,
My hand is
how
out,
you
my
do
hand
that.
is out.
Go.
I'm falling, I'm falling. Oh my god. I need to get up.
I don't even know.
Oh, are you kidding? No, guy. No. No, are you serious?
Yeah, no, me too.
Hi,
Oh
Luca.
my
How are
God.
you? Oh my god. Should I come back down?
Oh, I guess so.
Okay,
Oh no.
I'm coming.
Wait, they have one bandage, but that's not enough.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, cool.
Okay.
Maybe did you?
I knew that was a bad
Do you
idea.
have a bandage?
Yeah.
No, I used it when I broke my legs the first time.
Nice.
I don't think
Yeah,
I
are
can
you?
make it out of this.
Wait, why are you so far down? What the hell is
Wait, where the
this?
fuck is she?
Leave me no. Oh my god.
Oh Jesus. Okay.
Okay,
do we just leave her
Can you do it?
behind?
Can you do it? I
Oh,
can
no,
pull
no.
you down.
Maybe.
Help me!
I'll keep doing it.
Try. Oh god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh, what are we supposed to do?
You know, I think for safety's sake, somebody else
Yeah.
should hold this rope.
Give it to Shiro.
I can
Oh
have it again. One
Jesus.
sec. Put it in there.
Oh my
And
god.
I'm gonna put it in just in case.
Alright.
All right.
Oh shit.
Oh, that
I'm
was
not
a bad
doing too
idea.
hard either, you guys.
Well, you.
All right.
Does somebody want to carry this coconut?
Thank you.
I could eat it, honestly.
I'll carry it.
Yeah, I can eat it.
Pick up the rest of my stem. Ow!
Throw it up.
I can't
Throw it
pick
up.
without you getting this coconut, you guys.
Yeah,
Put
throw
down
it up.
maybe. Oh my god.
Ah, shit.
Oh.
Did I throw it too far?
No. Oh,
Yes.
there it goes.
No.
Okay, it's gone. That's fine.
No. Wait, oh my god, where did my stamina go? Thank you, thank you.
Okay.
How goes the
Okay.
pecan? That's a very good question.
I'm coming. I'm coming. Thank you.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
I think we're being sabotaged too.
Wow, I
Anyways,
fall
hello.
a terrible accident and break both my legs.
Okay, you know what? Give me the rope. Give me the
It's all your
rope.
fault.
I guess we need the rope here.
Okay, here you go. Grab it.
For sure we do.
I'm gonna need... Hold on. I'm gonna need to put... How do I put Bing Bong in your... The rope!
It's so important.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Okay, hold on.
Christ.
How do I... How do I...
Give me Bing Bong.
Yeah, how do I do that without letting go of the rope?
Oh my god, give me the rope.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm so scared.
Oh my
How do I
God.
do that? Oh, that. Okay.
Can you just
All right.
open
You
the
have
backpack?
Bing Bong. Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna drop it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. All
Okay.
right.
Give it a little
Okay,
boost.
go Nibby, go.
Going. I'm
Go it.
gonna make it 2
Go it.
inches up that wall.
I believe.
I may be a bit too hungry, guys. Yeah, I'm
Oh, no.
hungry.
Oh god! Oh god!
No,
Capture!
no. Oh, jeez.
I'm too
got it.
hungry.
You still hungry? You want? Okay, here you go.
Oh, that
Oh, I
would
still
do
have
it. Okay.
a crisp berry. Wait, I'm gonna eat this actually. No. No.
Go, Ellie, go.
Just doing it!
She goes.
Yippee!
Should I?
Monkey was rope.
I'm gonna go all the way up.
Yeah, you can probably do that.
Yeah. Surely the rope can make it.
Okay. There is a spiky thing here.
Oh yeah.
Guys, let me know if how do I do this?
Scroll wheel.
Ah,
Scroll, yeah.
let me know if this works.
Yeah,
Do you see it?
going.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Keep going. Keep going.
Keep going. Okay.
Where? We're getting there.
Okay. That should be fine.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep,
you,
we
you
good.
can pull up a bit.
Yeah. How do I tie it? All right. The rope is set.
Don't look at me like that.
Get me out of here. Cluster shrooms.
Yeah. I'm not sure what they do.
We'll find out.
Hello. Oh my god.
Okay. Move a bit closer here because of the spiky thing.
Yeah.
We have a
Oh.
nippy. We have a nippy.
Nippy,
I'm gonna try and eat these.
For
Let's pray I
science.
don't die. For science.
It
Ah,
seems
shit.
okay when I did.
How do you feel?
Yeah.
I'm fine for now.
Let's go
Go
this
over
way.
there.
Yeah.
We can
Yeah, over here.
at least grab the berries and stuff here. Yeah, the cluster shrooms are good, you guys.
Are you sure?
Let's go.
Is it not a
Go.
delayed effect?
Oh, it is.
There
There was
I feel
a
like it
mushroom
would've-
that poisoned you.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm
Yeah.
asking.
I also ate one. And nothing happened.
Mm.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
This
This should be.
Berries.
This kind of looks pretty easy here.
That's doable.
Eat the jelly.
Yeah. Should I tell you guys that half my health bar is damaged?
No, you shouldn't
That's
tell us
right.
that.
Only half.
Only half.
Only half.
Oh no.
You need a hand for this as well?
No, I got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we have any more
was-
of those?
Thank
goodies?
you. I have a berry.
I have things.
Do you need it?
You.
Can you catch it?
I can
Don't go
try.
too hard.
I'm just gonna
Oh.
drop it.
Thank
There you go.
You got it.
Oh, we have some loot over here, but
shit.
should we go this way?
Do you think we can make it
Oh
there?
my god.
Or should we just try and go up?
We can try to. I don't
What?
know.
Don't fall.
We could try to just go
Mm.
up.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I mean,
Eep.
Hello.
I
we go.
mean,
Oh no, not onto
Oh no, Yumi! Are you okay? Did that do a lot
Sure.
of damage?
I'm fine.
She fell
Or-
into
or
the
something.
spiky thing.
you know, oh, that's not
Oh,
good.
Gracie! Hello!
Gracie.
Hi,
Yeah.
Gracie.
Crazy.
Thank you for the 5 months!
Okay, I can do this. I can do this. Whee!
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
She going.
Oh, Ellie's going up there. Okay.
Oh.
Oh, Ellie. Oh,
Ellie?
It's fine. This doesn't do any damage.
oh god.
Okay.
Alright.
I might need someone to catch me.
I got
Okay.
you.
Okay, we made it, we made it. It's easier than you think, actually, that one.
Okay.
How are you, Gracie?
Okay.
Hello.
There.
How's it
We
going,
were finishing
Gracie?
just Accidental 4-hour nap. We love
God.
those.
Oh my god.
Okay, this
Those
might
are
be
my
tough.
favorite.
Oh.
Oh,
There's a little
did you
bug.
make it?
Can you give me a boost?
I'm
Yeah.
up here, but it's a little, you know, can you
You need to be
cloud
closer to the
energy.
wall. Here we go. Okay.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
jeebus.
You gotta keep
Okay,
moving.
do you
or
also
or-
need a
or
boost,
else you
Nippy?
fall.
Yeah.
Go up.
Maybe.
I'm gonna see if there's a better
Oi.
stick up here. Oh, nope, it's
Oh,
not better.
okay, one more time. I can grab you. I can grab you. Oh shit. Fuck.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, this is tough. This is not a great spot, guys.
All I see is
Okay.
Not a
ass on
great
my
spot.
face.
You need to get back up there.
I'm so
I don't know
jealous.
what's happening. I just see ass.
Why is it not me? Wow.
Hi,
No,
Super.
this one
How
is not
are
good.
you?
Oh shit.
I'm sorry, I'm just crushing your skull, Ellie.
It's okay. It's okay.
Hello.
This is my favorite
I don't know
activity.
about this spot.
Oh,
I don't know about this spot, to be honest.
no? Okay. You know, maybe we should
we
go
might
the other
wanna-
way, guys.
The
Like
other way?
over there. Yeah.
Oh no. Don't
Let's-
fall.
Oh, can we
Oh my
actually go
god,
back?
Oh my god, oh my god. Okay, okay, go over there.
Yeah, this place is scary.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
you
is.
guys are scary.
My hands are
Guys, I
sweaty.
should. You know what? I should show you guys how much stamina I'm working with right now.
Oh no.
Do I even want to know?
I'm scared.
You guys, you should be.
No!
Wait, hold on. Is it in Discord?
Just like
Yeah.
Bro, grab some food, please.
there's
Please
like a
eat.
pixel in there.
Oh my
Take some
goodness.
food.
How do we get over here?
Oh, I'm sorry, Super. I hope you feel better soon.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Oh no, I won't
My
make
head.
that.
Oh no.
Oh, you mean?
Oh god. Oh god. We're fucked, guys.
We are.
Do we?
I still have rope.
This always happens.
I still have rope. A little bit.
Can you push
Yeah.
me
I
here?
can make that. I could make that.
You can do it. You
Worst
can do
case
it. Come here.
scenario,
Come here.
I can make it.
Believe in yourself.
Oh, shit. Let's go this way,
I
guys.
made it. Yeah.
Let's go this
Well-
way.
I'll boost you.
Careful with the spiky.
Surely I can.
Yeah. Oh no, Ellie!
Oh, Jesus. Oh, no.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Hi. Oh, I'm down in the hole that Nippy was in before,
Are
I
you
think.
kidding? No.
Aye. Can you get up there?
No, there's no way.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, hold on.
Alright, leave her behind. Alright, leave her behind.
Oh, you're on the bridge. Holy shit.
Damn. How do I do that?
Oh, can I make it up
I don't
there?
know.
Oh, maybe.
See ya.
You know what, guys? I'm a go. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Let's go. Holy shit.
You're gaming.
Oh, why is it shaking?
It's a chicken.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh my.
Okay, Yumi, where are you? Yumi, hold on. I got you. Hold on. We're using the rope, okay?
That's crazy.
Let me know when you can grab it. Yumi, can you grab
I
this?
think I can grab that. I think I could, yeah. It's
Okay.
I'm crying.
We're just okay. Go ahead. Okay,
Okay.
let's go this way.
That's so stupid, man.
Yeah. Where's Shiro? Oh, he's getting the coconuts. Let's go.
Oh, let's go.
It's freeze. Oh god, the fog is here.
Oh
Oh,
shit.
no.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
The
Okay,
fog
hold
is
on.
here. Let's go.
I'm running. The fog is damaged me.
Come on, Nippy.
Easy go.
There you go. Up there. Can you do
I'm
it?
going.
Fuck,
Hold
did
on.
she make it up there?
Oh god.
Hold on, I got you.
Wait.
I'm going.
Here.
Oh, okay. You can do it. You can do it.
Yeah.
Gaming.
Please, I need like a pixel more here.
Hold on. I'll help you
Here,
up.
here.
Give me a second.
Oh.
Okay.
I only managed to get one coconut, but I got one at least.
Okay.
Okay.
A rescue claw. Holy shit.
You need a boost?
Can one of you
No,
guys
I'm
grab
fine.
this? Okay,
think
hold
you
on.
need
I'm
a
gonna
boost.
need this. I don't know how the
Hell
rescue
yeah.
claw works, but we got it.
Oh my god.
Did you
blower.
have
That thing
food?
looks scary.
It
Ah.
does.
Food.
I got one.
Apple.
Oh, we have apples.
You walked away from me.
Oh, well, I won't.
Please.
I'm gonna smash one here.
Guys,
No, this works. I'm gonna eat
wait,
this.
Here you
hold on. Do you need food, Nibby?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna feed this to you.
Can we?
Do you need
The
more?
green apples are poisonous, you guys.
Don't need the green apples.
Okay, there you go.
Why do we have it
Go
then?
ahead.
There you go.
Thank you.
Wait, why did you pack a green apple?
It was food, okay?
Okay.
I mean, I guess.
Oh, is that a bad... Oh, shit.
Oh, is it
Oh
cold?
no.
Oh, no,
Me
no,
too.
Oh
no.
no.
Quick, quick,
Oh
quick.
no.
I'm going.
I might not mix with you guys. There's no way. That's how far I make it.
Well,
And it's only getting worse. Oh,
oh, go around. You can go around.
I'm stuck.
Go around, Yumi.
I'm stuck.
Guys.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Can you guys come up here?
I'm literally just stuck here. Help.
How do I do rescue
Um,
claw?
Good night.
Oh god, the fog is coming
going.
so close.
Hello, hello.
What do
Where
I
are they?
do?
Oh no.
You know what?
No.
Hello.
Oh my god!
Don't give up.
You know what?
Oh my shit, you have so much health.
Oh, I'm getting these
Oh.
coconuts.
Bye, Nibby.
Guys, I see the smoke up there!
Don't give up.
There's no way.
It's
We're
over
going.
there!
Do it, Ellie.
I'm
Do it.
doing it, I'm
You can
doing it.
resurrect us.
I'm doing it.
I believe.
I'm going, guys, I'm going!
Oh my god.
no.
Shut up, I'm on. Hello, Nibby.
Hi.
You can do this, Ellie.
I can do it, guys.
I'm here too.
I look
But you're behind.
too fog.
It's like I can still hear Shiro's voice. Okay, okay, we got this. Is Shiro alive?
Happy now. Okay. I'm here.
Okay, okay.
I'm very happy because I'm carrying like 4 coconuts.
Wait, let me make sure. Hold on.
You guys. Judge.
Oh my god, how can I
Oh my
not
God,
get
why are you
up
getting
there?
stuck on this?
I don't know.
We're
Okay.
here.
Our savior.
Hello.
Our
Hello.
saviors.
Oh Jesus!
Jesus
Please don't fall
Christ.
down.
Ooh,
Okay.
so aggressive.
Hello.
You're so alive.
We have another backpack. Let's go.
Weenies.
Please grab some of my coconuts.
And a bunch of red
Wieners.
apples. There's a bunch of red apples here.
Please grab my nuts.
I'm gonna eat
That's
one.
that is Yumi's
No.
job. I
Guys, there's another
my
apple
pay
over
grade.
here.
Okay, hold on.
Grab it.
Fair enough.
There's another apple over here. Grab it.
okay. There we go.
Yeah.
Any more apples?
Grabbed.
Any
Weenie.
more apples?
I'll eat one.
No more
I'm
apples.
gonna eat a hot dog.
I think I'll save this.
God, I am so heavy, guys.
You're so heavy? Yeah, me too.
Cool.
Okay.
New biome
Whoa.
time.
It's
Holy
time.
You guys didn't
forest.
see the trees spawn in like I did. Oh my god.
Oh Jesus.
Menacing.
Damn it.
Yum, yum,
All right,
Damn.
guys.
yum, 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 yum.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Are we
Let's go,
going?
gang.
Let's go.
Let's go.
There's so many shelf mushrooms here. Wait, look at this boy.
Yeah,
Aw.
boy.
Wait,
look
what
at the big
bear?
mushroom.
Oh, the big. With a
I see a spider. I don't like that.
Yeah, I see a spider.
But did you say spider?
There's a spider
Oh,
right
no.
there.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Goodbye. It was a good collab.
Oh god.
It was
Have a
nice.
good
Oh my
time,
God.
guys.
It was good.
We go around,
We go around.
Mhm.
Okay.
maybe.
We can climb this vine over there, or is that too long?
Oh, one's way to find out.
Oh,
Davidson
he's going.
He's going for it.
Holy
What if
shit.
you drop on the red mushroom?
I don't know.
Oh, there's a luggage up there.
Oh,
Oh.
Jesus.
Ow. Okay, that hurt.
Okay,
Oh my
noted.
God.
Oh, I got a python. Yes.
Oh, let's go.
Oh.
Checkpoint flag. What?
Wait, we have checkpoints?
Hello?
What?
Wait, what did they do?
What is this
Can't-
madness?
I can't.
I think you gotta, maybe you gotta place it in the ground somewhere.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think so. I don't have space for this. Guys,
I'm
take big
coming.
box.
Wait, we should go over there, I guess.
Well, there he goes.
What the
Oh,
fuck, you guys?
Whoops.
I can't let go. Let go.
Oh, it's
Let
windy.
go. I can't let
What do you mean it's windy?
Oh my god, no!
Oh my god.
I can't let go. I can't let go.
Do not let go.
Go.
Oh shit. Oh, that's so cool. Shiro, please help. Oh, there we go. Okay,
Press
never mind.
spacebar. Press spacebar.
Press space.
I'm so
I thought I was. Oh my god. I just panicked.
Oh.
Did we go down?
Oh. Oh no, Yumi fell.
Oh
I
no.
fell so far.
Oh god.
Me.
The wind pushed me off.
Yeah. I don't even know.
If I can make it onto the platform.
Oh, that's so gross.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I don't want to
do
go
that.
there.
I can't play this level. I can't. I'm gonna throw up. I can't play this level. I can't.
I'm gonna go down, guys. I don't like the spiders.
Yeah.
Let's go down.
I'm freaking out.
I got a achievement, guys.
From the spider?
Yeah, from the spider.
What do the spiders
Like-
do?
They trap you in the web and poison you and
Oh.
throw you off.
Oh, I'm scared.
Oh, wind!
Guys, I just
I see
made it
you.
up here.
Wind.
Oh god.
Oh.
Ah!
Hold on to something. Hold on to something. Hold on to something. Oh my god.
Fighting the wind.
Oh
We're just a
Jesus.
bunch of spiders.
Wait, which way are we going? I'm lost.
That way.
That
way.
way?
That way,
Okay.
he says
Can you
without
point for
pinging.
me?
This. Oh,
This way?
This way?
Yeah, over there.
Okay.
Alright.
This way.
Yeah, that way.
Maybe that way or that way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
This way.
Yeah.
Guys, I think
That
we
one.
should go here.
Okay,
Right here.
I'm here.
No,
I'm
I
here.
think we should go all the way up there. Surely
If
we
we
can
went
climb
up-
these trees, right?
Up there?
Right there?
Up there.
Up there?
Over there.
Up there.
Oh, this is so stupid.
Here you
Mushroom.
go. Here you
I
go,
just
Yumi.
put my finger in
I mean, I
Yumi's
have
butt. That was
food.
very uncomfortable. Wait, I
Oh.
need
Hello?
more.
Yellow.
Hello. Wait.
Yellow
what?
shroomberry.
What is that? No,
No,
don't
no,
feed
no.
it to me! That poisoned me!
Oh no! Wait. Don't tell me that's the new fungal poison. She's gonna turn into a zombie if she eats
That,
too much
it
of that.
looks very it looks
I
very
hope
fungal to me.
Oh no.
Who wants the
that's okay.
backpack?
Wind.
Oh, wind.
Wind.
Oh shit!
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Well,
It's so awful. I don't like this.
That's great.
Alright, made it.
we could go up there.
Please have a bandage. I beg of you. Yeah!
Never mind.
Oh, you got a bandit?
I got a bandage.
Nice.
A mushroom!
I'm
I
only
want to be a
missing half my
zombie.
health now.
No, don't need it. No.
I want to be a zombie.
Don't do it. Need. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Jesus Christ, guys.
Well.
Well.
Oh my god.
Something
Wait,
exploded when
I
I
have-
was picking up
I found a
mushrooms.
medicinal root. It's a
that a
medicinal root.
Oh. That might be good.
That is such a legit threat. it
I'm
is.
gonna eat it.
Do
This
it
is
for
so
science.
funny.
You
For
must.
science. It healed me. Also wind.
Ah, damn it.
Wind.
Ah shit.
No. No.
Antidote? Yes.
I'm not going back to jail.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? I'm not going back to jail. Should I
my
eat the
God.
red shroom berry? We didn't try that
Nibby,
one.
nibby.
Yeah.
I got antidote.
Oh, there's
Guys!
a pop here. I don't like that.
Guys, come up here.
We're trying.
You only do need
Don't-
antidote?
No, I'm okay.
You're okay.
Drank that.
Oh, I'm
So-
fucked. I'm fucked.
Shit.
I'm pretty fucked up.
So, it's got one more use if we need it.
Okay. I just need to get my stamina back.
Careful, careful, there's an explodey thing.
Yeah, I almost hit it.
Oh, we can
Oh
go up
boy,
here.
I can't
Oh,
wait
help
to
me,
get
please, please,
gassed
please.
again.
Thank you.
Don't touch the exploding thing, don't touch it.
Oh, scary.
Can you guys... Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm.
Alright.
Oh, it's winded.
Wind!
Oh my god.
Ah, shit. Not... Yumi, where are you?
Oh my god.
Come
I'm
over
right
here.
I'm right here.
Oh,
I'll try to help you.
Come on, you.
I'm going.
There you go.
Oh my god, that was barely.
Oh my god.
oh god. Alright. Oh yeah, go to the left there.
I need assistance.
Go to the left. To the left. To
Can
the
you do
left.
it? Okay.
We're all just here to help.
Alright, gamers. There. Oh yeah, there.
Surely we just go up here, right?
That looks
This looks
good.
easy.
Don't jinx
Oh my god.
it. Jinx it. Help.
I love
Go
hearing
slow.
this looks easy, and then oh my god.
I just watched you run out of stamina.
This is fine. This is fine.
Place
We're
is
fine.
Scary.
Wind!
Ah,
Wind!
Find a
Oh
corner.
no. No, 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 no. I can't hold on to anything here. Oh, there's a puffball.
cheese. Hello, cheese man. Okay, I'm safe here.
Wait,
Where are my
we're
friends?
Okay.
There they are.
Oh, we have to go up there? God.
Oh my god, there's so many poisonous puffs here.
It's okay, we can...
Holy.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm scared.
I think.
Hello, Luna.
We're gonna find
Oh,
out.
I can't make that.
Yeah. You can't make that.
You can't?
Not even here.
Can't or won't.
Oh no, I fucked up.
Yeah, go,
On
go
the-
where
on
go
the
where
right side.
Shido is.
On-
It
on
seems
the right
it
side.
seems
Come here.
easier
Eh?
there.
Oh! Sorry, I'm blind. Oh god, that's a hole.
No problem.
Hi Luna,
Hello.
how are you?
Hello.
Nibby is
Got a
not
bit of
fine,
hole.
she's far from fine. That is so true.
As is the. How are you guys on
Oh,
food?
were you boosting me? Sorry. You were just standing there.
Standing here, bowed before her. Oh, are you boosting me?
Oh, wind.
no, no, no,
Oh
no, no.
shit, oh shit.
No.
It exploded.
Oh good lord.
Maybe how could you? How could you?
Help me, help me, help me, help me, help me.
Doing alright?
Okay, I'm
I'm doing alright as well. We're having a good
Push me
time.
into the puff.
Oh, first aid.
Cannon! First aid,
aid?
oh my god.
Someone
Why,
low.
why does this look so delicious, you guys?
I
No.
want to jump into
Go
that shit.
I'm not hard.
know, right?
Do you have space in your inventory at all?
No.
Okay.
Well, I can carry this, but I can't carry that.
Alright.
I mean, if you can give me some heal, then I can carry things.
Yeah,
want
there's a
this?
heal right over there.
Oh
Can,
my
can you
God.
jump over?
Yes,
Oh,
please.
there we go.
Please, please,
You
please.
can control it. Here you
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
I thought you were gonna drop it.
Me too.
go. Sorry.
What is this
Oh my
this
God.
fog?
Guys, I have so much stamina now.
Guys, that looks like a penis.
Let's go.
It like
Okay,
doubled
well.
my stamina.
That's a penis.
Let's go.
It doesn't look good.
Alright.
Touch it.
I'm so curious.
You wanna touch the
though.
penis? What?
What?
Huh?
I want to touch the pink guy.
Oh! I was talking about the penis and you're like, I wanna touch this.
Ah.
Oh shit!
Oh no 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 no! Oh my god! Hold on to the bathroom. Oh my god!
Jesus.
Any note?
Where do we go?
Christ. I'm not sure.
I have no idea.
I don't want to touch the fog. It doesn't look good.
Maybe
down
I think
there.
we
I
need
wanna
to
touch it.
go.
Alright, let's
We
go
need
down
to go
there.
left here, right?
I don't
Let's go
think we
down
can
there
avoid
and
it,
then
can
climb
we?
up. I think that
Yeah,
looks
that's
pretty
what I'm
good.
thinking, yeah. Oh god. It's a little bit of a throw up. Maybe over here.
Where are we aiming for?
I'm gonna go.
This thing.
Ah, shit.
Oh, I didn't take damage. Oh no.
Oh, this fog is not good, guys.
Oh,
I'm gonna
shit.
die.
No.
It's
No,
not
I'm
good.
sorry.
It's fungal.
no.
It's the fungal thing. Don't touch the fog.
Oh.
Oh no.
So,
Gonna become a
okay, okay.
I am.
Go on the big mushroom over there. Oh shit.
Oh no.
Oh, it's windy.
Oh shit. Fuck.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, not good. Hold on, Yumi.
I'm holding.
We're not in a good spot for the wind.
This wind is such
God.
bullshit.
Ellie, are you good?
Ellie?
I mean, I'm probably gonna turn anyways.
Can we feed her? I'll feed her and take her out on a walk.
I can shoot her through a cannon.
You
want the
yeah,
cannon, Ellie?
Ellie?
Ellie, where are you?
I don't know where I am.
Oh, I see you.
No.
There you go. Get the cannon.
Ah!
Guys, I found a shell fungus.
I never used a cannon before, guys, just so you know.
Oh, okay, good luck.
How do I do this?
I'll try.
That is the wrong... That is... Oh my god.
Oh no.
I used it...
Hang on, wait, hang on. Ellie, what's happening?
What is it?
Where is she? Where is she? Ellie,
Oh,
here.
the antidote. Oh.
I'll buy you some time.
Oh no. Wind.
Oh, the wind, the wind.
Oh, not the fucking wind. My backpack.
Okay,
At least it's not as bad as the cold, right?
sorry.
Well, I don't know.
Oh my god. Can you get up at all? Oh,
That's crazy. Okay, I'm turning. I'm turning.
Ellie?
She passed.
Ellie?
She passed.
Oh no. Okay, let's keep going.
So close, bro. So close.
We have to. Wait, there's fog right above.
Did I
us
give up?
here.
I'm gonna give up.
Do it for Ellie.
Trying to see where
But yes, there is fog everywhere.
Do it for her.
I want to see what the
Um.
what the. Hello.
Oh, hello.
Oh hey.
Hi, Ellie.
What up?
I'm
Are
a
you-
zombie
do we
now,
need to-
so you better run.
What?
What?
Okay, we gotta go. Where?
You better go.
Okay, I'm going.
Where are we going?
Where?
Oh,
Where's
there's a ledge
your?
up there.
Oh God.
Ah, damn. Oh no, I
Okay,
hear
is
it.
it shell
try it
fungus
with a
time?
boost.
I think it's shell fungus time.
I got a python as well.
Is it? Okay.
How do I put down a python again? I don't remember.
Oh, that
Oh
wing.
no! Oh no!
Oh Jesus.
Christ. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna.
Where is she?
I'm afraid.
Ellie, can you keep an eye out for your body?
No, I
How do
can't.
How do I do this?
I barely
How do we
see
set
anything. Hold on. How do I?
Hello?
Oh, there we go. 1 and 2.
Hi.
Why, Nibby, why are you cursed?
What are you talking about?
What did you do?
That's from dying.
What are you?
I'm
Oh,
getting
okay.
distracted.
All
I
right.
don't know how to do this. Okay, do the shelf.
Okay.
Shelf time.
Alright. Can you make that? Because I can't.
Yes.
Okay,
Oh
awesome.
jeez.
Don't push me. Don't push me. You're pushing me.
Ah, I'm just
Yeah,
looking
me.
at shell.
Thank you. Don't push me. Wow.
Man, the clips that are gonna come out of this stream are gonna be great.
Well, she made it.
I am so excited.
Oh,
Oh,
Careful,
there's
don't fall down.
no way up here.
oh
Oh
no.
no.
We were doomed from the start, guys.
Oh no, it's wind.
She's going.
Ooh, a mushroom.
Oh no.
Okay,
Guys,
I know
I'm
what to
gonna
do,
eat
guys.
the blue mushroom.
Oh god.
I'm doing it.
Fuck.
Oh,
Checkpoints.
jeez.
Actually.
Checkpoint has been set.
Slipped.
I have no clue what that means.
You bozo.
Help!
What is happening?
The blue mushroom paralyzes you. Don't eat it.
Okay.
I'm gonna
I
cry.
don't. Yeah, there's no way to go up here unless we go into the pink stuff.
Oh, looks like
Oh my god, I can't get up.
I mean, it doesn't turn you immediately. Oh, you are almost turned, by the way. I don't.
Just shh, don't tell them that.
no.
Huh?
Nothing.
Oh no.
Nothing.
Shiro.
I'm
Shiro,
sorry.
It's time to run.
I think you guys
think we're
should
in
leave
trouble.
someone behind. I'm just saying.
Oh no.
You pushed her down. That's
I'm
crazy.
going in.
I can't believe this.
Can't believe you've done this.
I can't believe you done this.
She just...
Where the fuck did we go, bro? I think we need to get over on the other side here.
Did she...
Hello.
Hello?
Huh?
Hi.
Yeah, she's coming.
I did
I
some
don't-
scouting, and I'm
don't
a
trust
little
you.
closer to being a zombie.
I don't trust you.
I'm going this way.
Yeah, we'll leave it. Goodbye.
Bye.
Oh, Yummy, go. You can do it.
Ellie, can you come here so I may consult with you?
That's so...
Did you hear it? Oh, hi.
Hi.
Damn, you're looking
Hi.
good.
One, I hear growling. But
I
two,
don't know, but I'm doing
also, do I jump and kill myself so I
Do
turn
it.
into a zombie?
Do it. Join me. Join me.
Look at him.
Oh, that didn't hurt.
Jump further down.
Guys, Ellie.
Yeah?
Where are they?
Oh,
Where are they?
look at this boy.
Oh God, no wait.
What is... Oh! Who is that?
Ow!
Are you okay, Debbie?
I don't think she's okay.
I can't believe that didn't kill me.
Oh, you're surviving when you're trying to kill
I
yourself.
think we just gotta go. We gotta go.
I'm going.
Guys!
I'm going. Oh my god, I can't do shit.
Crying, dude. I'm in tears.
I just want to die. Just let me die.
Oh no.
Oh, we're so fucked.
We're so
I'm crying.
I
Jump down, see if you can see my zombie self.
Ow.
You know what? You're right. Where did you die? I want to see.
I don't
I
know.
Yeah,
wanna see
where's
the
Ellie?
zombie, Ellie.
If we'll go out... If we go out, then
Did I
why
just
not
hear
go
a
out with...
bang?
I
Did she
just
die?
She just hit it.
You...
Oh.
Oh, Jesus. There she goes.
Oh
You got any
god.
snacks in here? It's poison.
I got a spark right again.
Or drink.
Oh, at least you died with the
you
boy.
Need an antidote.
That's pretty good.
Alright,
No, I-
alright. Nibby stand still.
Oh, Jesus, Nibby. Good lord. Look at her go. Well,
Oh my god.
well.
Oh my...
This is going great, guys.
Alright, now you just make it to the top by yourself, she don't. Good
Okay.
luck.
Yeah, he looks
Thanks.
great, stats-wise.
Oh, that looks so good.
I mean, if it means anything, like, you look better than
Wait, is
all
Nibby
three of
alive?
us combined.
Guys!
What the fuck? How are you?
You know what? I'm gonna go find Ellie. I'm gonna go find Ellie's corpse.
I'm fucking dying, bro. Oh my god. How do
gonna
you
find
have so
Ellie.
much health?
I don't know.
I don't think I'm anywhere there.
I'm coming for you, Shiro. I swear to fucking God.
Yo, Nibby! Nibby!
I'm coming for your ass. Oh my God.
What?
Did you live?
Where did I go?
Nibby, how do you have so much health? That is crazy. You could make it. What the fuck? This is insane.
Oh
no.
Oh no!
Oh, Jesus
You
Christ.
mercy! You mean mercy! Please, I'm begging you!
What's going on?
Oh, Jesus. What is happening?
Where did
Oh!
she go? Where did she go?
I see her.
Wait, is she here?
Yeah, she's like really close to you guys.
Oh no.
She just got yeeted though.
Stop! Stay over there, Yumi!
Oh my god, she's right there.
Oh my god!
Oh, this is scary.
Going across the water! That's fucking terrifying! Where's Eddie?
I don't know,
He
maybe.
just kind of died and disappeared.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, there's a mushroom below you.
I think my zombie
haven't-
is just on her own adventure, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Don't worry about the zombie. Yeah, it'll be fine, surely. Surely it won't eat you.
Don't worry about it. Oh, wait, I think she might have decomposed.
Oh, that's
Oh,
good.
yeah, I did. There's a skeleton over there. Anyways, there's a mushroom below you, in the crevice below you. There's something down there.
Oh, there's a little guy as well. Nibby, look over there. There's a guy.
Oh my god, there's a guy!
What the fuck is that? Oh my god! My heart on my fucking ass, dude. What is that? What the fuck is this?
You like
Hello?
him? You like
He's
him?
so
Can I have
cute.
you? Can I carry you with me? Hello, you big bug.
Why is he vibrating?
What is it? Where did he go?
Did you eat him?
Did
no,
you eat
he
him?
flung me and then fucked off. Right here,
Oh,
man.
we're so poor.
This place is scary.
Oh, there's
Can
a
you get fish
luggage.
at all?
Milk. Look what the milk does.
You have a
Can you try out what the milk
filter in your
does?
backpack.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's so.
Oh, milk.
Oh, it's. Oh my god!
I'm so strong.
Oh my god! The milk locks your stats, so you don't lose anything.
Wait, what happens if you climb? Okay. You still
Okay.
use stamina.
Wait, but you have a
That's
shield.
crazy.
Oh wait!
Oh, it's gone.
Ooh,
I
actually,
think-
Oh, it's gone.
Wait.
Oh.
I think when you drink the milk, you can't get
Over there?
hurt when you fall.
Over there.
Yeah.
Let's go this way.
That's pretty good.
I swear to God, if Ellie Zombie is still walking around somewhere.
I'm pretty sure I'm
That was
long
large. You should've-
gone.
She should have decomposed.
I'll shoot
I'm in
myself.
Malta, right? Oh Jesus! Don't walk into
Oh
that.
god.
I'm somewhere in
Wind,
Malta.
wind,
I'm on
wind.
vacation. Oh no, not the wind!
Oh. Oh.
I'm crying.
There's luggage over here.
Okay.
Wait, it's open.
Oh, careful with this, the fall.
Yeah, that's fine.
If I become a
Oh, there's more luggage.
Eh.
I hope.
I
you
have
hear that.
no idea why Nibby's stats look so good. That's crazy.
No, it's honestly insane.
She
What
she
did you
legit
do? What
tried to
sorcery
kill
is
herself
this?
like 7 times.
I
and it
shot
didn't work.
her. I shot her
Sorry,
with a
I
dart.
looked up and I saw a spider.
Oh yeah, careful of the spider.
Oh.
Oh, there.
Unless you want an achievement.
We're back.
Okay, well, we're back where we started. Good news.
Yeah.
Before you
Let's go.
fucking tried to murder me, you sick bastard.
Don't worry about it. You survived.
Fuck you. Tried to kill me, you motherfucker.
Are you gonna start
you.
throwing bricks at each other again?
You know what? I might just eat these mushrooms.
Oh no.
And then eat you! Anyway.
Guys.
I think you should run.
Ooh, another one. More mushies.
Guys.
You know how it says that
Oh,
you should
another
never
one.
leave each other behind? I think
Oh.
you guys should go separate ways. That might be
Right.
safer for you, Shiro.
Guys, I
Oh,
have
Wind,
more
wind,
mushrooms.
wind.
win.
Oh, no. No, Libby.
I refuse to drop my mushroom.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
What did you
You
do?
know what? I'm eating the mushrooms. Fuck you. I'm
You know what?
eating the fucking mushrooms. I'm eating the fucking
You know what? Fuck you too. I'm eating the
Still-
mushrooms. You
She
know
has
it.
so much health,
Wait,
bro.
Nibby.
Wait, that was good.
That one healed you.
Yeah, that healed
The
you.
ones the ones I ate was good.
Oh my god.
You know what?
Oh, shit
Fuck
was
those.
fucked. Shit was actually fucked.
My face is in pain.
Hello, Sarah.
Hi, Sari. How are you? Hello, hello.
How do I get speed?
Can you get over there? Oh,
He did it.
God.
Holy shit, what a
let's
gamer.
go.
Okay. Oh, scout cookies.
Oh,
balloon
scout cookies are so
bandages.
good. Oh, you could
Yo.
use all of that.
Oh,
Holy
no,
shit.
It's witty. It's witty. It's witty. It's witty.
Wind. Oh my god, she won't.
You're good. I'm happy to hear that, Sari.
Shivo, don't come over here. There's a spider.
I wasn't gonna to begin with.
Let's throw up if I see one more. I swear to God.
Careful.
Careful with the pumps.
Oh, I guess I can help the Nibby.
Nibby, your entire bar is healthy. How the
Nibby,
fuck?
I don't know.
Nibby hasn't actually lost health.
How the
I
fuck?
started like angrily eating mushrooms and I got better.
Well, that's some good life advice, I guess. Don't do that.
All
I'm on.
Shiro, the
Just-
spider's over there.
Oh,
He's right there.
Just so you guys
Oh,
know, do not eat mushrooms while you're hungry in real life, okay? Like, or angry. Especially when you're angry. Don't eat them.
I'm gonna do it when I'm angry.
I'm so angry right now.
Wait.
Oh,
I'm gonna
careful! Oh my
rage
god,
eat mush-
Shiro is almost under a
No, please.
spider.
Anything but that spider.
Oh my God.
Anything but the spider. Anything but the
Crazy.
spider. I'll take one of the zombies. Anything but the spider.
Wow.
Is there arachnophobia settings in this game? Surely.
There should be, right?
Where are we?
There's a bug phobia mode you can turn on. Nibby.
Yeah, you can turn that
really?
on. That might be
Oh.
better.
Yeah.
Accessibility.
Yeah, bug phobia,
Yeah.
inaccessibility, yeah.
I can only do it at the main menu.
Oh my god. That's
I guess we
bullshit.
will
Wait.
die.
Oh.
Well,
I don't
I mean, we
know.
had a good run.
I mean,
Yeah, I think so
The
too.
fog is
You want
like
some
right on
cookies?
your ass.
Yeah.
Here you go.
You know, I think
Cookies.
you should go into the purple mist and eat each other.
interesting.
Let's go! Let's go!
Speed running.
What
Who
about these
becomes a
purple
zombie
ones?
first? Speed run.
Ooh, things.
This. Wait, this.
Oh my god.
You fucking bitch!
Oh, you got the mandrake.
Oh no,
Oh my god. Oh, careful.
Mom.
I'm literally standing on it.
How is the bomb not working?
Maybe there's a spider right above you.
Literally, every time
my
Mimi
God.
tries to kill herself, she doesn't die. Not even the explosives go off.
Apparently, the way I gotta play this game is just try to fucking kill myself over and over again. I'm great.
Mushroom.
I'm golden.
Literally, the explosives are not going off. How the fuck?
Yeah, what the
What are
fuck?
you doing on?
Yeah, it's not working.
What the hell?
Well, I'm crying, bro.
It's over for me.
Oh, she died.
Oh, there they go. Who's gonna eat each other?
Oh. Oh, that's scary. Holy shit.
Oh,
I don't...
fucking
Holy
Whoa!
What?
What?
Oh!
He's alive!
Oh my god.
how the fuck did that happen?
What?
It's the checkpoint thing, I think.
Holy shit.
Oh shit.
That's insane. That's insane.
Okay,
I'm
where's
right
Libby?
below you.
Where are you?
Hug me. I'm right under you.
Right under?
Yeah.
You
where
sure?
we were
You
in
sure?
all the fog. Yeah. I'm stuck
Yeah,
down
that's
there
not right
somewhere.
under. I think it's over here.
It might be like really far away.
I think it's over
You
here.
hear the growling.
Oh. Where
Can
is
you?
she?
Is it down there?
I hear something.
Right, I hear my growling. I hear the. Where is she?
Okay, we're going.
Oh, there she is!
Here I am!
Oh!
Insane!
How is he hanging
You
there?
just got attacked. You just got attacked by every possible.
Oh my god. Oh, that is so funny. Oh, Jesus
Hello?
Christ.
Oh
Get off
god.
my dick.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, it's this way. I was blocking the door.
Phew.
I think that
Wait, I
went
got
so
a
well,
new-
you guys.
I think that was
I
good.
got a new mouse.
Gimme.
Oh,
I got a new mouth too.
Oh my god.
cute.
I got this.
Oh,
Yo, that's
oh
cool.
my god.
Whoa.
Wait, what do I have? Anything fun?
Wait,
No,
Yeah, why not?
nothing fun for me.
Are you just gonna be a mummy now?
Are you eating me?
No.
Hello?
How can you? Alright,
Hello.
Hello.
we go back? I guess.
Let me
Do you
go.
remember
Let
one?
me go use the bathroom
Adventure
real
boy.
quick and feed my cats.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, that's probably smart.
Big peasant.
Actually,
run
I'm
the
gonna run
ads if
some
we didn't
ads
run,
again,
like,
guys,
fucking-
and then we are ad free for a while.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay,
Plan. Good plan.
I'll be back. You can
Uncle
watch these
Pieter.
two arch enemies fight each other while I'm standing right
Hello,
here.
Zinger.
There you go. Hi, Singer. I will be right back. I will be right back. I need to use the bathroom.
What's going on? No, wait. Ah!
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
And my app's not running.
Backflip.
Damn.
Damn.
Yes.
Damn. Oh shit.
Broke my back. Broke my back.
Oh.
Look at them just staring at me. Oh
Mm.
my god, dude. Alright, I know what I'm gonna do.
What you doing?
I'm gonna
Oh, no,
get up
not
in
those.
Ellie's face looking like this.
No, not those eyes. Oh no. Okay. I like this idea.
Out of my way.
Yo, David.
Hi. The smile too.
Hi.
Oh my god.
I'll be yumiyumster.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Oh god, what am I doing? Oh god.
It's looking your way.
Oh no. Push it back, push it back. Push.
Go
Push.
big. Go big.
Big.
Nothing happened.
Nothing happened at all. What are you looking at? Don't worry about it, Zinger. Don't worry.
Mm.
Tease.
Tee.
Tease.
Tee.
Tease. Let's see, what other mouths are there? Is there a real creepy one?
Mm.
I mean, I'll do this one.
Hmm.
It's not creepy, but
It's good vibes.
Why are you staring at me like that, bro?
don't worry about it.
You look so yummy.
Also, why are you so angry?
You're so young.
So yummy.
Oh, I am angry.
There you go.
Oops.
Shiro's still new to this whole VTuber thing.
So yummy.
My BRB toggle is broken again.
Oh no.
Why is it always that one that breaks, man? It's fucked up.
Big fucked up. Oh. Oh.
Okay, let's
Strangling
go.
the life out of her. Damn.
Let's go.
Jesus.
Come on.
Taken away.
Oh my god.
Gonna eat her.
Please no.
God damn it, Ellie. Will you come back faster? I know you have wireless headphones.
Piss faster.
Piss harder, girl.
Push.
She said she was feeding the cats too, right?
Tell them to eat
Oh, that's
faster.
true.
I'm gonna eat my chalky of the day
Jockey. Oh
from
my
my,
god.
my advent calendar.
Oh my god, I didn't get an advent calendar this year.
Aww.
Oh well.
There's marzipan. Let's
Will-
go.
Your
Will
face
care.
violates me. I just want to say that.
What are you talking about? Do you not think I'm the most
I
beautiful
feel
creature?
I feel violated and very uncomfortable.
What do you mean?
Oh my god.
I don't
We
like
just
What
this.
do you
wanted to
think that-
stare at you.
Both of you look like that.
Well, we stopped being enemies and we decided to torment you two.
Oh my god.
You're looking so yummy.
What the fuck? I'm
So
leaving.
yummy, so tasty.
Also, don't call out my wireless headphones, you bitch.
Come here. Come here.
Why are you trying? What's happening? I'm just eating my chalky.
I like your outfit.
Thank you.
You look pretty good.
I don't have anything under.
Okay. I'm also not wearing anything under my clothes. Who's a bitch? Everyone. Hi, Dodger. How are you?
Hello.
Also, hi, Singer. I hope you're doing well. My face and my tummy hurts, guys. I'm laughing way too hard. Jesus.
Oh, I needed this though.
Yeah, me too. My god.
Alright, are we going again?
Yes.
Sure,
How are you? I'm doing good.
Again.
I'm doing
My
good.
I
nuts.
did a backflip.
Holy
My
shit.
unprotected nuts.
Wait.
I'm waiting. Oh my god.
No, come on.
Oh shit, look at you.
Let her go.
Hey.
Ah,
Do it
okay.
again, I dare you.
Wow. Oh my. Did I fall over again?
Yeah, you did.
I missed. Oh,
How do you do this?
Oh,
Wait. Am I
Okay.
doing something wrong?
how do you?
look.
Oh,
Okay.
Come on. Yay! I did it.
hey, let's
did
go.
Which other new ones do we have? Wait, let me look at the mirror. Is
It's
VR
so
chat time
over.
again?
Yeah, VR chat
I can
time.
flex. Oh my god, this
Okay,
is the
this is how
accurate...
I look.
Hello?
Hi.
This is the accurate pose I make whenever I meet up with friends. I greet them like this.
One day,
It's
when
so
I meet,
accurate.
when I get to meet Ellie, I'm gonna greet her like this.
Wait, what's this one?
Cinema.
Hold on.
Cinema.
Cinema.
Absolute
okay.
Cinema.
Wait, that's not cinema. This one. Whee! Cinema.
Okay,
Okay, yeah, let's go.
let's go.
Again.
Okay, we got this.
I don't
Okay,
like
okay.
that. I don't like that new area.
I'm gonna
No,
shoot you
it's-
again
it's
if,
wrong.
if you fall down.
Can I change my? Damn it, I can't. All right.
Were you gonna do the
The setting.
No bug free for me.
Oh yeah.
no bug
Well, no,
free?
you can do it. You can do it, Nibby. Go do it.
Yeah, go to the main
go do
menu.
it. It's okay.
Go ahead.
Oh, she's
Goodbye,
gone.
Dibby.
Yeah, she has to do it in the main menu,
Okay,
which
let's
is
go.
really
Now we
bad.
go.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh my god, that would be so mean.
Leave her behind like that.
I'll give her.
I would never.
invite.
Bitch.
I missed. Oh no.
I wanna get it in the hole. Or whatever the fuck that's called.
Me too.
That's not it.
What the fuck?
Damn it. Bitch, he stole my balls. Yo! That's what
Oh
he
my
gets for
God,
being a
I did
thief.
it.
That's crazy. What?
Oh my
God damn it.
Actually.
That was entirely your fault.
I hit it in the net. Or through the net, I guess.
I did it!
let's go!
Let's go!
Hello.
Hello!
Hi. No more bugs.
Did you see that?
Oh my god.
I didn't.
saw
I
it,
was
I
turned
saw it.
around.
I shot it all the way up into the ceiling and went without through the hoop.
Do it again. I didn't see, so it didn't happen.
No. I'm gonna clip it. I swear to God. Somebody clip it. I need it. Oh shit. I let go to her. Come on, I can do this
Oh,
again.
shit.
Surely.
What?
Are you fucking kidding me? So bad.
Like that?
Eh.
Oh,
Nope.
Almost.
I'll show you exactly how
my
she
God.
did it.
Stop rimming me.
Not like that.
Stop what? Wait, stop what?
No. You heard nothing.
Okay,
Alright.
let's go.
You heard nothing.
let's go. No bugs. No bugs.
No bugs. No bug.
No buggies.
Bugless.
You hear the shooter cops coming through on my mic. I hope it's not too bad.
It's really not that
Oh
bad.
my god.
Alright. Someone with
Yeah.
backpack. I ain't doing it this time.
Hello.
I think it's a bad idea if I do it.
Okay, I'm doing
No,
it.
I can take it. Give it to me.
Okay. Okay, there you go.
No!
No, oh no. No.
I regret everything
Okay, let's
about
go.
this.
Let's go, team.
Do we have ping pong?
I
Where's? Oh yeah.
will
Nibby has ping pong.
always love you. I'll go get the coconuts, okay? Over here.
Bing
That's
bong.
not what
Are we
you're
making it this time? I wanna ask him. Are we making it?
Surely.
Okay. Fuck you.
He says, don't do it.
What did he say?
Don't do
Don't
it.
do it.
Oh no.
Don't do it.
I'm scared.
What that mean?
Guys,
Yeah.
what is Bing Bong's inner thoughts?
Guys, can you pick up some coconuts?
He
What
misses
was
his
that?
wife.
He misses his wife.
Oh. How do I?
Okay.
Wait.
I have 3 coconuts.
There we go.
I'm filled up with nuts.
You're full of nuts.
Yeah.
Insane.
I'm
We also
back.
have granola bar.
Ready.
Hello, Ace.
Hello, Ace. How are you?
Hi.
Hi.
Okay.
Hi.
How you doing, Ace?
Time to eat.
Oh my god, I fucked up my sleep schedule. I saw it on Discord. I just didn't answer yet. But see, I told you, you're gonna fuck it up within a week. I told you.
There's a yellow here. Does anyone have space for it?
I have a
I
full
have
backpack,
space
but
in
I
my
can
tummy.
eat it, honestly. I could use it.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. Somebody type
Oh yeah,
yellow
we're
in the-
here today with
exclamation mark
Nibby,
here,
Yumi,
yeah.
and
Nibby Step is-
Shiro.
Don't you fucking dare.
Do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
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 I swear, it's such a vocal stem.
And I cursed you all with it, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Truly.
It literally spread like a virus, but it's like the best virus ever.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. It's great.
Bing Bong, do you know Yo-Yo?
I guess I could drop the lantern.
Oh, it's the lucky
Yeah.
jewelry thing. I'm gonna get the lucky jewelry.
What's this?
Oh, a lamp.
Fire.
No,
Yeah, I just
it's a
dropped
lamp.
Fire.
No. No, we're not doing that. I'm gonna throw.
No!
There you go.
Takes it away from her.
She hates me, guys.
Where's Shiro? Where is he?
I don't know.
Shiro?
Over here and I don't have space. Oh, here.
Oh,
Where are you?
he's over there.
Can you point?
Oh, here.
He's right there.
Here.
Ah! Oh my god, I'm
Wait.
just blind.
Just climb above. Or
Please,
could
please
you?
don't.
Oh, nice.
You can actually crouch.
The scout cookies.
Oh,
And
cookies.
Oh my
there's
God.
a big lollipop and first aid kit. I think someone needs the first aid kit.
I think one of the more accident prone
fuck up.
ones you should
No, you
take
need
the
it.
first aid kit. Yep.
Shut the fuck up.
Grab it. Grab it.
Well, do you want this granola bar then?
I can't.
Somebody grab the granola bar.
I'm full of nuts.
Uh,
I give up my
I'ma
beloved
just eat this.
instrument.
there we go.
Oh my god, Shiro.
No, this is for morale.
What does the rescue claw do?
It's like
Rescue claw.
so. I tried to use that earlier before I turned into a zombie. You basically aim it like at the wall, like really high up, and it shoots you up there. It's really good.
Like a grappling.
Oh damn.
You should take it if you have space. Eat the
Wait, which way did we go last time? Because
Take
I
it.
feel like we need to go a different way.
I mean, it went fine. Just don't fall.
Who's more important?
Oh yeah, we were fine on shore. It's the next one where we fucked up.
Oh well, yeah. The next
Just
one
eat
we
the
can,
damn
we can
coconut.
think about it when we get there.
But
eat
I'm
it.
not that hungry. Who's hungry?
Who's
the
hungry?
hungriest?
I'm not that hungry.
Not
You
very
may-
Even
hungry.
just a little
You
bit.
hungry?
Okay, I'm a little
Yeah,
bit. Okay, give me some.
Come here.
No, give it to me. I'm carrying two coconuts.
I'm
No,
also
Al was
hungry.
Chinese. Fuck you.
Well, huh. What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know, but it's from Amon,
last
so it
time?
can't be good.
Mushroom.
Don't jump.
No, don't. Let's not do that.
Where are we going?
That's a
I
good.
think we went over there last
question.
time.
Yeah, I
Maybe
think
we
we
went
were.
in
Jump that,
there.
though.
We went in there. I'm going. Let's go.
I'm following. Whee!
I trust. Mushroom. You can eat it.
I'm gonna eat it. Yippee!
Look on Discord. Why? I will look in a bit.
Wait, how are we walking on this?
Don't worry about it.
That's crazy.
My nose is stuffy.
Okay,
That's relatable.
Mine's recovery.
Huh?
Who said that?
Stuffing?
Wait, what?
Oh my god.
Who needs it?
Huh? Who said that? I didn't say that.
Surely not.
Ellie, help me.
Help you what? You're
From these
fine.
two guys.
Who needs some stuff? Coconuts?
No, not
I
yet.
don't know. Did we go here?
Is it up on the? Is it up on this side? No.
I
regret
think it was up
here?
this side.
I regret it.
Uh-oh.
I regret it.
Just get down.
I regret this
Uh-oh.
begin.
Shit all.
You know what?
Hold
Stay
on.
down there. Go this
Yeah.
way.
Where?
Go this way.
Left?
Then up here.
Oh, here? Oh, there. Yeah, that's pretty good. You
Oh
might-
yeah, that's an easier climb than jumping from over here.
Might need to find out that first aid kit. Ellie?
I'm here.
Oh. Yes, please. Thank you.
I also need help.
Yeah. I'm ready.
You're way too far up. I can't reach.
I can't go further down. Maybe give him a boost.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
I'm
I
going.
can throw the
How
lollipop
much
if
are
you
you
need it.
carrying, dude?
All of it. Yeah. Oh,
let's
that
go.
impulse.
Maybe, can you make it?
I think so.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Let's go.
I'm chocolate.
Up here, yes. Wait, I'll
I
help
can't.
you.
Go. Yes, thank you.
Go.
Oh, appreciate you.
Since you're so set on carrying 40 tons of coconuts.
Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm stuffed.
He just really
Oh
needs
my
those
God.
nuts, man. I can't blame him.
Yeah, my nuts are so heavy.
Oh my god. What happened? Oh, we got fog already? Oh no, you guys.
Well, at least we're higher up this time. By a little
Yeah,
bit.
where's the
Are we?
balls command?
Yeah.
Maybe you need a
Balls.
balls command.
Yeah, you do.
Well,
And then
I
it's
gotta
wait.
fix the- I gotta fix the PP command so it puts people's names in there.
Oh yeah, that too,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely didn't have 3 centimeters this time.
Yeah, no, that'd be crazy.
It was Yumi. It was Yumi.
Why am I going this way?
We
No,
went
that's
there last
good.
time.
Damn.
Yeah, it's just it got me like onto the wall instead of this.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Okay. Up here in.
Yeah, I think doing it.
Amon,
No,
I
keep
just saw what you sent me, and that's absolutely diabolical.
Oh,
Oh my god, get up here.
Thank you.
Oh god.
alright.
We're going.
We are. Let's go.
Do we want to know, Ellie?
No, you don't.
Okay, good.
Okay.
You really
Cool.
don't.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I guess I'm Chinese. Whatever, bro.
Huh?
Where did we go last time? Up here?
Yeah.
Mm. Right or
It was
left?
up
Like
there.
here?
It was up there, and then you did the rope up there.
Oh yeah,
up
yeah,
here,
You're
yeah.
right.
We don't have a rope this time though, but
No.
surely
I think
not
we're
gonna
good
jinx it.
stats
I'm not
wise,
gonna
right?
jinx it.
Yeah, I think we can do it.
I'm not gonna jinx it.
I do need to eat some of the food I have, and maybe.
Yeah, eat
get
some of the nut you have, cause
I'll eat my own nuts. Yes. Oh, I can't do that right now. Oh no.
You gotta be real flexible for that, huh?
I am.
just pull a Marilyn Manson.
Why'd you have to ask that
Oh.
when Shiro and I made fucking eye contact?
You need any more nuts down there?
Ah, that's crazy.
Oh my god, that's so far. Yumi, I might need that first aid.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Are you that hard?
Oh yeah.
Oh
The first
jeez.
aid kit is like a full heal, so.
It's okay. It's okay. Okay. Not the needy hole. Not the
Amon, that's crazy.
Oh god.
Don't follow me.
Okay, we're fine.
Jesus.
Okay, I think I'm fine now.
Oh, okay.
I'm ready to catch you.
Okay.
I'm ready to grab. Come on.
Yeah.
Yo.
Let's go,
Where's Elliot?
guys.
Yo. Okay,
Up
we're
here.
going.
Okay.
All
Barely
right.
carry. Why am I stuck?
Can I get
I
it?
don't know, man.
Okay, who has good stats?
got Not me.
All
I
right.
can eat this. I just need to
Okay.
throw it at someone's face.
Harder. He's going.
Oh, yeah, Eddie.
All right.
Yeah.
The thing is,
Okay, I'll boost you.
if I
Okay,
help
okay.
someone here, we might push each other
You might just
off
fall.
again. So be careful. Be very careful.
Oh yes.
Okay, okay.
Get
Let
up
me
here.
go back up.
I'll get up. Oh, you go. Okay.
I boost. Because I think I can get up there by myself. I
Okay.
still have the stamina from
Are these
eating a berry
good?
or an apple.
Okay.
Wait
You
They are.
stay. I go up.
Oh fuck these fucking spikes,
for
bro.
me, you guys!
Yeah, there's spikes up here.
Hang on. Hang on.
Okay,
I'm
I'll move.
trying.
I'll move.
Oh no!
Okay.
Are you guys okay?
I got it. I'm good. I
You
finished
okay?
it.
Can you get back up
I'm
here?
good. You climb all the way up, cause I kept getting stuck on the wall. You climb all the way up, and I think I can make it with the stamina I have.
Okay. I'm gonna be here to grab you though.
Okay. Grip.
You should eat
grip.
this.
There we go.
Okay.
Pieter.
I'm coming.
Yeah, we just cannot fit 3 people on this ledge. I didn't realize it was
No,
so
it's
small.
barely enough for 2.
Yeah.
So
Don't touch spikes. Don't touch the spikes.
We did it.
Let's
Okay,
go.
we went to the right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
there's
did.
a luggage right up there though.
Mm, mm.
Can we get that easily? Yeah, I can get that. Let me look
Okay.
at what it is.
Yeah, go for it. Okay, yeah, I kind of remember.
Okay. This ain't too
Yeah.
bad.
Well, that's not bad at all.
Oh, they're over there. Okay.
I think I just
Big
saw.
luggage. We have bandages.
Let's go.
Hey.
And the trail
Okay.
mix.
I might want the bandage.
Nibby, can you grab something real quick?
Yeah, pop it. Got it.
Cool.
Damn, she dropped the nut on Nibby. Did you see that? Crazy.
Yeah, I did. Whoa! That's a bad time to backflip.
Huh?
he backflipped off the
What just
fucking...
happened? Huh?
The backflip. He backflipped.
She what?
Is he alive down there?
I don't know.
Oh my god, no, he's fucking dead.
Oh
His
my
entire health bar is red. Oh my god, I'll drink some water, Song. Thank you.
I'm crying. I cannot wait to clip my POV.
Oh my god.
I fucking misclicked.
I'm crying, bro. That was so funny.
Oh no.
Oh, I can't believe you don't understand how funny that was. Oh, I hydrate. Thank you, Song. I'm in fucking tears, bro.
Oh my god.
I'm so sad I missed that.
Oh no.
It was such a perfectly executed
Oh,
backflip.
it was so good. Oh my god.
Alright, where are we going, Ellie?
I think
Did
up
not
here.
expect that.
I'm
I
not
don't
sure.
think-
No.
I don't think this is where we went to the right instead, I think.
Yeah.
Did we go right?
So down here.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Wait, where do we go?
Yumi,
We went,
I
like,
asked,
across
did we
the-
go right?
Oh,
And
yeah,
I
we
know your
went- we
ass
went-
did not
yeah, you're
just
right, you're
jump
right.
left.
Yumi!
Yumi!
Right.
Guys, did we go right last time? Yeah, I think we went right. Fucking dive left.
We went past the wooden bridge.
Yeah, we went
It's
this
okay, I
we
can
went
figure
this
that out.
way. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you able to get back
yeah.
over here?
Oh, there she is. Okay.
Oh shit.
I'm crying, bro.
Come here.
That is so funny.
Never let me navigate, you guys. Don't ever let me navigate anything.
Ah, shit.
Oh god. Oh god. Okay, I'm just sorry.
It's okay. I'm fine.
It's easier
Yeah, I
to
think-
jump to this lower ledge.
Yeah, and then go straight right.
I can't
no.
wait to edit this.
Just posted in caps lock.
I cannot wait, guys.
These are always so chaotic.
Oh.
That's fantastic.
Oh.
I missed
Why did you?
the ledge, you guys.
Okay.
That's okay. We can get up here, surely.
Yeah,
I
you
may
can
need
get
a
up
hand.
there. Oh
Oh,
shit.
no, I'm fine. I'm
Oh,
fine. I'm
okay.
fine.
Nibby is there.
Man, I just used the fucking bandage too, and now I'm trying again.
Oh man, I'm fucking crying, bro.
I have
I can't
tears. I'm
believe I did
fighting
this.
tears in my
Wait,
eyes.
Nibby. Do you have a coconut? Coconut?
Yeah.
Can you feed me one?
Oh,
I
Oh,
lost
it's
all.
simple. It's a whole one. Okay.
I lost my nuts.
Oh man.
No.
be really careful not to hit the.
Yeah.
No ghost nothing
Oh.
for you, I guess.
I tried.
Oh. I'm not even sure how far I fell. I just closed my eyes and
Thank you.
Let it happen.
Oh man.
Could
Jesus
get
Christ.
in my inventory too.
Ah.
Oh my god. Hello.
Hello.
Oh my god. My throat.
Ah, there we go. Oh, I'm
Oh, see, my
crying, bro.
My throat hurt before this. Holy hell. Oh,
Ah, okay, this is the way I went. I remember.
Yeah,
This is the way.
yeah, it's up there. Yeah.
Let's go. Should I get out of my face?
I want to cook more weenies.
Oh my ass.
More weenies.
Oh my
More
ghost ass.
weenies.
I want weenies.
Like it.
You have one.
But I'm dead. Wait.
Another rescue claw. Holy shit.
Oh, let's go. Wait, there's
Okay, hold
apples
on.
over there too. There's an apple over here.
If you need it,
I
I
think
have
we-
an open slot.
Yeah, we went there.
Yeah. Wait, I'm gonna drop this for you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat this.
Big lolly.
I have another inventory space.
Wait, that was good.
Yeah.
You want to carry the big lolly?
Yeah. Give it to me.
Carry the big lolly.
Oh wait, we're going that way. I didn't
I
need to
think
go
so.
back.
Oh yeah, this is why Yumi
Yeah,
froze to her death.
yeah,
I
yeah.
remember this.
Huh?
This is why you froze to your death.
I think I
Didn't-
fucking fell more
Oh,
than
wow.
froze.
Well, that's your
Well,
fault.
I froze and then jumped into the loving arms of the void.
Yeah,
We love that.
as you
Classic
should.
Mickey things. Oh, I need a hand. Give me a hand, give me a hand.
What?
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I'll give you a boost. You can follow Ellie.
Thank you.
Big yum.
Thank you.
Oh,
thank you,
it is.
thank you.
Libby's chilling with her energy.
Damn.
I'm being responsible this time. I'm trying not to jump.
Yeah, don't be me, I guess.
I'm also
That was
not
something
carrying
completely
50
different,
fucking
though.
coconut.
Oh, I'm fucked here.
Oh, shit.
Oh my god.
no, oh no.
You can,
You can-
yeah, you can go that way as well. That's
Yeah, yeah.
easier.
This way is better.
I'm just being stupid.
Okay. Me too.
Oh my god, we're twinning.
Wow.
Oh my
Sure,
God,
why are you
twinning.
crying?
Don't worry about it.
Mike.
Thank you, Greasy.
Look
Thank
at
you
his
so
little
much.
face.
Drink water, you dehydrated bitch.
I drink. I need to drink. I cried so much today.
Tie
Hello.
the back. Oh god, why am I falling? Hello?
Whoop.
Just constantly climbing here. Please, get off me.
These two, bro.
Yeah. Man.
I sip water, thank you so much.
Okay, this can't go wrong anymore, guys. Surely.
That's what you think.
No, don't
Look at
say
all
it.
the
Famous
nuts.
last words.
Oh, so many
Oh my
nuts. Oh my god.
Okay, Big Bang told me not to do it, so I'll be good.
Wait, we still have Big Bong?
Yeah, of course we still.
Let's
You think I'm
go.
gonna drop Bing Bong?
He's back. She
Oh,
won't.
oh, oh, one sec.
Oh,
What is he doing?
doing a backflip. Whee!
Oh.
Suitcase.
That's crazy.
I'm
Oh, bandages.
hungry.
Holy shit.
Ooh, who needs
Wait,
bandies?
do we get healed from these? From the hot dogs?
we
I
get
don't know.
something.
Find out.
I'm gonna try and see.
One way to
I'm
find
here.
out.
Oh wait, no, we get heals from the checkpoint. That works too.
Oh, big
Ooh,
dude.
Oh, not again.
Okay.
I
Okay.
don't want roots. I don't like roots. Where's the spider? I want to see what the spider
Where are
is.
the spoilers? Okay.
Wait, what's in the
Should we go on the
backpack
left
right
side
now,
now?
Shiro?
Nothing.
There's a coconut you can put in.
I'll put it in there.
Okay. Oh, thank
Here you go.
More coconuts for Shiro.
you.
Shiro, you're still crying.
Oh yeah, we're happy now. Actually,
Oh my god.
He got
Look
one
at
I
of
this
swear,
the
little
Shiro's little egg thing is so cute. I keep
love
looking
it.
at it.
I love it so much.
yes. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. It's awesome.
Even
And
though
we
you
don't
saw
talk
it like
about the
3
fact
months
that-
late.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
My guy doesn't know what a fucking Twitter notification is.
I mean, good for him, because it's better that way, honestly.
Actually, you guys remember the game I— Oh my god, please no.
Nope.
Oh!
Oh, grab the
Oh,
wall.
Jesus.
Where is she?
Where did she
Oh
go?
my
Oh
god.
my god. I just put my legs back into place. I have
There's a
medkit
granola bar.
inside.
Oh
She
my
is-
god.
She is near death.
Remember how she glared at you when you said she should take the first aid kit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least
Bing
I
Bong,
didn't
what
spend
do you
the
have to
make
say
it.
about all this?
I'm fine now, guys.
Me too, yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So I'm
Me
not
too,
worried
bro.
about it.
Ah,
Oh, no.
Oh,
no, there's a spider.
Ellie, I'm freaking out.
It's okay, it's okay.
Anyways. Hello.
Well, I'm down here now. Oh, hi!
Anyways, as I was saying,
Hi guys.
you remember the game I played last week?
Oh, yeah,
The Unpetrified?
yeah.
The devs made like a little short like real thing with all of the people who've been streaming it.
Are you
And I
in
went
there?
in there.
Oh my god!
Mom, I'm famous.
That's so cool!
She's
Oh
so
my
famous.
She's on TV, Mom.
Big one.
Shit, let's go.
Yeah.
You know what? Going this way this time might be a good idea.
Yeah.
It's always the coolest
that's
thing
like a
when
nature
devs
bridge
like see
over
you're
there.
playing their game. It's always so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so cool. I think we're going this way.
Oh, a
I have
luggage.
so much stamina right now, you guys. I have like a bar and a half.
Don't touch the ball.
Antidote. Do we need it? I'm sure we don't need
Yes.
it, right?
Yeah, we're gonna need it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Where are you
Oh.
guys?
Get up here, guys.
Did you get it?
Where'd you go?
Yeah.
Oh, they went to the—
You
Oh,
see
wind.
Wimmed. Tuck in, Ellie, tuck in.
Oh,
Keep holding my
shit.
hand.
I
Keep
am.
holding my hand. Okay, we're good. Do you want me to put your
Wait.
mints
Oh,
in
shit.
your backpack?
I'm fine.
Yeah, can you? Is there space?
No,
What are these
Okay.
two
but I could
fingers
swap it
doing?
out with a coconut.
I'm gonna eat the coconut.
Yeah, let me take the coconut out.
You guys
Here for
coming?
you.
Yeah, in the
Yeah, we're
second.
just sorting her backpack.
Okay.
You want a little boost too?
Only 4
It's okay. Do you need one?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
Here I
Are we
go.
in the fog or is it just misty?
You go.
Just we're at the edge of the map. Okay.
Wait, where are they?
Guys, where are you?
Guys.
Hello?
Oh, there they are. Okay.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
I had to sort my backpack a little bit. It got heavy.
Oh no, there's wind. Wind,
That's
wind,
bad.
wind, wind. Get
That's
to the
bad.
tree.
Oh my god, I was gonna take it away that time. Mom, I'm
Oh,
scared. I
it's
wanna
so
go home.
Oh, Jesus, bro. Alright.
Thank you for the lark, Luna.
What do the spiders look like? They're right there.
I don't know.
Oh, and I drink eighth. Thank you,
Oh.
thank you.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What does it look
They're
What do
big
they look like?
bongs.
They're ping pongs. That's so funny. Oh my god. Oh, now I want to switch to.
Yeah,
they're
little
upside down
same.
bing bongs with like extra long arms to match the
Don't
silhouette.
get touched.
Careful.
You me. Oh
No.
no. She's so
Yumi's
fucked.
been bing bonged.
Ouch. Oh, I
Which
got
way
what
do
you
we
did.
go?
Look, rats.
Ah, here. Okay. Jesus, go away.
Oh god, hello.
Go away.
So gross
Okay,
looking,
jump over
dude.
there. Wait, Shiro, I think we might need your help here.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh,
I'm
jeez.
Why do I hear boss
Oh,
music?
oh no.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh shit.
Oh, Nimmy! Okay.
Oh my
I
God,
got so scared. Oh my god.
Yeah, I got scared too because I thought I had the mushroom.
Oh my god.
Okay, careful.
Alright.
Don't
Come on.
walk underneath the
I'm
thing.
ready. I'm ready.
There's a mushroom up here.
Ew.
I'm ready. Oh shit.
I wanna keep
Oh,
Oh,
you're just
what
walking.
the fuck? How did I do that?
You're just walking.
Watch out for
What
the
the
Oh my God,
fuck?
pick it up, please.
Are you
Okay.
Oh, I just spent all of my extra stamina to get a fucking green shroomberry.
Oh my
Can you keep going from there, or
I have no idea.
what does it look like?
I didn't get to look. No, this is here to the back.
Well, no,
Oh,
no,
is
it's
this
to
the
the
fog?
right.
Oh no.
No, I think it's the edge.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's
no,
the
this
fog is not star
we
right.
can't go this way.
Okay. We go
Oh.
this way then.
You.
Somehow. How the fuck?
Should we go through that small hole there?
Yeah, I think
I
that
touched
would be a
something
good
that
idea.
poisoned me.
Here?
Wait.
Yeah.
This?
I'm thinking.
Let's try it.
You guys got enough stamina?
Yeah.
Ah, the wind!
Are you okay?
Oh.
wait.
Oh no, I'm.
Oh god, I don't want to explode. Please, 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 please stop! Oh my god,
Okay.
holy shit.
Okay, it's fine.
That was way too close for comfort.
Not here.
Okay, can you guys... Okay,
I'm coming.
there you
Hello.
go.
I need a
Careful,
hand.
there's
I need a hand. I
explodey
need a hand
things.
so bad.
The moment I say
Well, that's not
careful, there's exploding things. He walks into
We
it.
have antidote, no?
Yeah, we do.
Oh god, it keeps going.
There's a zombie. There's a zombie right there.
There's a zombie.
Huh?
Oh shit, there is!
What do you mean?
It's
Don't
over
go
there.
There. Just be careful. Just be careful.
Oh,
Okay, who needs
Can I have some
antidote?
at me? Please,
I
a
think
little
we all
bit.
do.
I
Thank you.
Yeah.
I have one more dose. Who needs more
I think-
stab?
Who needs it more?
Nippy, do you remember if this mushroom was good or not?
Oh, I think the green one- Oh, get in,
Oh,
get
we-
in,
I don't
get in, get in,
remember.
get in.
Wind,
get in.
wind, wind! Woo, woo.
Yeah, I think the green one. I think the green one was cyan.
Let's test it for science. Oh. Oh?
Ah!
Oh,
Oh, Jesus Christ. Did she explode?
I just started a little bit. It's okay.
I wouldn't say okay.
Wait, where did you go?
She got knocked.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Really fucking fuck. Nippy,
Maybe.
Oh, she down there.
you okay?
Maybe.
To the bottom of the map.
Oh, God.
How do you keep surviving?
I don't know how she does it.
I think it's pure spite at this point.
I guess so.
Okay, she did it.
Okay, who needed antidote? Who needed antidote?
Half my health bar is currently poisoned, so
Yeah, Yumi can have
Yeah,
it. Yumi
take
can
it.
have
Here you go.
thank you. It didn't even get rid of all of it.
Even though you launched me off the map.
I'm sorry. Is this what happens when you feed your Ellie milk?
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes.
Ah,
Oh, wait,
not
wait,
the
wait,
wind,
wait.
bro.
Oh, I see luggage. I see luggage.
We gotta get it.
I'm careful. Trail mix. What did I do again?
I also have a
Oh,
trail
careful,
mix.
careful. There's explodey stuff. There's explodey stuff everywhere, bro.
You're right.
Man. Oh, Ellie, I
I'm
need you to
coming.
grab
Yeah,
me.
yeah, I got you, I got you.
Thank
Careful
you.
though, careful, careful,
Oh,
careful.
Jesus.
Oh,
Well, they
Someone
got set
Oh,
off.
there's... Oh, shit. It's
think-
poisonous up there.
yeah. Get down for a sec. I think something
Oh,
exploded while you were.
Yeah.
Okay, it's fine.
Okay,
Oh
what
my
does
God.
the blue mushroom do?
I don't know, man.
I'll find out.
Mm,
Don't
Oh,
eat
it
the
healed
yellow
me.
one at least. Okay, don't eat the
Cello
yellow one.
Ah,
or-
never
or
mind.
Lollipop, you guys. Oh,
Oh, you fell asleep?
Oh no! Oh, the purple one paralyzes.
No! Wait, where am I? Oh, I can't. No, I know where I am.
Yeah.
I think I'm okay. Yeah, I think I'm okay. No, I'm not okay. Never mind.
You want me to copy this?
Wait, I need to get rid of some weight. Honestly, it's time.
Oh,
Wait.
thank you.
I'ma just eat this. Fuck it.
Okay.
You want the
I mean, I also.
No, it's
Oh, she
okay.
right
It's okay.
here. Let's go.
I have a second rescue claw.
Shoo!
Huh? Hello.
Thank you.
I don't think I got prepared.
Who's playing that orange guy? That's Shiro. What are you talking about?
It's me.
What the heck? He's on my head. Don't you see him?
It's me. The big egg boy.
Oh, explodey thing.
Oh,
Cheetos,
oh,
wait.
the orange.
Oh, do you mean the
that
zombie
one?
orange? I don't know.
What
I
do you
don't
mean,
know.
whoops?
What happened?
Very far.
No.
It's okay. Oh, win.
Oh,
Ah,
shit.
shit.
Oh, fuck, I have nothing. No. Oh my god. Are you okay?
Tumbled.
I died for a second.
Oh god.
Oh my god, bro.
Man,
I am dying. Oh no.
I really need one of my cookies.
That was unfortunate, bro. You know what I'm gonna do?
That way.
I'm gonna eat this.
No, please, let me use the claw.
Wait, there's an additional root here. Who's hurt? Oh, fuck.
What the heck? What the? Oh, it is a mandrake.
Yeah, mandrakes are also a thing now.
You were just
Oh my god, I just keep respawning. Bro, let me do something.
die. Okay, so they're off. How do I? How do? Okay, yeah.
Okay, at least... Okay.
Okay.
Where the fuck am I? Oh, hi, Yumi. How are you doing?
Oh no.
Oh, hi.
Oh no.
Hold on.
I pack and go.
Oh,
Hi.
I thought you'll be.
Hi.
How you doing?
Hi. Hi, Ellie.
Are you getting... I'm...
No, she's dead.
Wait, how am I alive, actually?
I don't
My
know.
entire health bar is mushrooms right now.
I have... Okay, you know what? I'm leaving you.
God, Steve told me, I don't know.
Well, this is.
Wait.
I'm not about to
I
get
have
eaten.
infinite stamina.
We have nowhere to go.
Do I? Wait, no, I'm alive!
I'm not about to get eaten. Hi.
Hello.
Is she turning down there?
She was like, hi, and I think she was about to eat me.
He's back alive somehow.
I'm alive!
Alive?
Okay, well,
I don't know how, but I'm alive and not a zombie.
I just heard a zombie noise.
Me too.
Yeah,
we
there's
might have woken
definitely a
up the
zombie coming
orange
for
one.
us, but it's not me.
Fair enough.
We are
That's
kind of
literally
stuck
nowhere.
though.
Yeah,
We're gonna
there's
be
nowhere to
fucked
go.
if a wind
Yeah.
happens now.
Yeah.
Should we go down again and right? I guess.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Yeah, I think that's a better idea.
Alright, just
look
avoid
out
the
for
pubs.
balls.
Ah, wind.
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 Oh. The
Okay.
poison is going away by itself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it does
goes
after a
away
while.
over time.
Cordyceps stuff does.
Okay, okay. Oh, boing.
Please don't. Oh, Jesus
Boing.
Christ.
Boing.
Ooh, more mystery mushrooms.
Boing.
Eat them.
What is this? Remedy fungus?
Oh, what does the purple mushroom
Remedy.
do, guys?
I don't know, man.
It paralyzes.
Okay,
The purple one
I'm gonna throw it.
paralyzes.
Yeah,
Wasn't that the
purple one's
blue
bad.
one?
Look
that
at this
thing,
one.
Oh, there's mushrooms over there. Like a normal one. Like we can eat.
I also have a normal one. Is anyone hungry?
Yeah, just a little bit. I'm gonna eat one of these.
Just a tiny bit.
Maybe are you hungry?
Oh, a little.
There we go.
A little? Do you want a
Oh, are
mushroom?
we?
Oh.
Are we going through here?
We could go up
Surely
here.
not, right?
That's like
Climb up a
that's
bit.
like okay, yeah.
Oh, there's a cave.
That's like this.
Ow. I think that mushroom you gave me was poisonous. Ow.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Ow.
It'll go away in a
Jesus.
sec.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Oh,
win.
win. Careful.
Not sure if that's
Sticky
right.
to the
You
wall.
should have told me sooner, Sonk. Or do I just not read fast enough?
No,
Yeah.
Zonk is just slow.
Should we go through here? I guess we should.
We could.
Let's
We
try
could
it.
also jump on. No, never mind.
Oh my
let-
god, the
Yeah, but
big
these-
beetle is Bing Bong too.
Oh my god.
It's just a big
God.
fat Bing Bong. Hang on.
Don't look at me like that.
Yeah,
Sonk.
let's try to go this way.
Push
Push Ellie, that's crazy.
Do we go down? I guess we're going down. I'm going. Oh my god.
Here is
I'm scared.
This is far.
These mushrooms are creepy. What the fuck?
Wait, what the?
Is that a person?
Is
No,
this
it's
a good
not.
idea?
Never mind. Oh, I don't think that was a good idea.
Here is a zombie.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I
I
think
don't
there's a
This was
zombie
good idea, you
somewhere here.
guys.
I think we. I mean, we just went through.
We're just going further down right now.
Yeah, but we had nowhere to go. I don't know.
Sometimes you gotta go down to go back up.
You're so right. I do hear zombie though.
Watch out for the spider.
Oh
wait.
no.
Oh, fuck.
Just sprint towards the wind.
I like to look over and I see you fighting the wind.
I'm just sprinting.
This is a terrible place to be.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Surely we
Follow.
can go through here. Just be careful with the spider.
Yeah.
Okay.
There.
The bing bong.
And the pulse. Oh my god, this beetle is moving.
Oh, hello.
Oh yeah, they throw
Why are you attacking me? Oh my god, what did I do to you?
Oh my god, it's a feral Bing Bong!
It's a. How do you not touch that?
Oh, luggage.
Luggage.
What
Portable
is
stove.
Oh my god, this fucking big. I'm about to eat this fucking bug.
Oh my god.
What did
this
I
is
ever do to
sad.
you?
Don't get me. Don't come at me.
Run!
Go away!
Please,
Oh my
Mr.
god.
Bug.
Literally, just up my ass, bro.
Oh my god. No. Oh, no.
Dude.
I can't. It
I
got
couldn't
me so
even do
far down,
anything.
guys.
We're back at the
Oh, hi,
start.
Ellie.
Hi.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go this way.
Oh, wind. Fuck.
That's really bad. And we're being poisoned. That's so good.
We love this. I'm gonna use this
There we
item. I
go.
don't know what it does. Oh, no. Okay, great.
Ooh.
Whoa. Okay, the red mushrooms make you trip.
Yeah, be careful. What does yellow do? Let me find out. Oh, it makes me fall asleep.
Oh,
I'm eepy.
Ellie. Just like me for real.
For real.
Oh, I got a purple one. Oh, shit. I'm fucking
What does this
stupid and
one do?
blind and awful. And I'm gonna eat you now, Ellie.
Huh?
Oh, I hit another one.
I don't think so. What does the balloon do? Hey. What happened to Yumi? Hello? Hello? I'ma go my own way, don't worry about me.
Okay. Do you want the rescue claw?
No, it's okay. Use it for later.
Hi.
Hello, where's your zombie body?
Down by the water.
Okay, I'm getting the fuck out of there because I hear it. I just can't see it.
Yeah, I hear it too. Look at your balloon.
Yeah, I have a balloon.
I don't actually know what the balloon does.
Me neither. I wonder if you
Everyone
fly
loves
if
the
you
bubble.
have enough of them.
that
That would be really
awesome.
cool.
I would love that.
I also have a parasol. I don't know what to do with it. I kind of want to use it while it's windy, just to see if I can go up.
Oh my god.
Just as an experiment, you know?
No, Song, don't tell. We're figuring things out.
Yeah, I want to figure things out myself.
I want to go check out the others.
Yeah, go ahead.
You got this.
Yeah, I'm a... Oh. Yeah. Alright. Can I... Actually, I'm gonna go up here. That's probably better. Yeah. Okay, wait, this might actually not be too bad. Oh.
Hi.
Hello, how you doing? How are the others?
I'm chilling. They're back at the place at the waterfall.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
Oh wait, they're right there, on the other side of the water.
Wait, this is where everything went wrong last time. No.
You can sprint against it.
Yeah, I am.
Just hear Nippy's panic.
And now that shitty fog is here.
Jesus. Yeah. Antidote.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
Okay, hold on.
Damn.
Wait, where are you? Where are you guys? I think Nippy's or Ellie's right below you.
That's cool.
Or wait, hold up. I can figure this out.
Sure.
Based on where the water, I'm still.
Oh, I see them. They're right there. I see them.
Hello.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Oh, thank you, Song.
Hi. Yeah. Oh, you're there? What the hell?
Yeah, hi.
There's just stupid mist between you guys.
Okay, let's try to get up there. And
Yeah.
if we get up there, we can maybe try to bounce.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Oh
I
my
hope I have
god.
enough energy.
You're surrounded, Ellie.
Yeah.
God, okay, I need to tap in.
I'll find a way. I'll find a way.
How did you almost make it through this solo? I don't get it.
I don't know. Apparently, I'm better at this game solo.
Oh, there's a mandrake right there.
Yeah, I don't want to touch it though. If I don't touch it, it's fine, right?
Just eat it immediately.
Oh.
Eat it immediately, because
Okay.
it does heal you.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember if the red mushroom was bad. I think the red one was, wasn't it? The red one was the one that exploded, I think?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to try something crazy.
You bounced. Oh, there's a luggage chair right, sorry. Right.
Oh. Okay, hold on. Oh, wait.
Oh, you can make this. I made this last time.
Yeah.
Red was a little bit good, but I'm pretty sure the red one was the one that exploded me. Yeah, you got it. Is that a fucking bento box?
Oh my god, I need
You
to.
need to bounce into it, into the luggage.
Yeah, I'm trying
There you
to. Okay, there we go. Huh.
go. Mm.
Let's see how good airline
Oh,
food
it's
is.
airline food.
Oh, so much. Okay, and a rope.
Let's go. I'm gonna check out the others.
You do that. I'm gonna try something. No, no, no! That's insane. This stupid wind, bro.
No.
The stupid wind.
You can make it. You have good stamina. Oh, why are you getting eepy? Oh, you ate the.
Yeah, I did.
Ate the lollipop.
I wanted to get up there, and then the wind sabotaged me.
Man.
So much for that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's a hella stuck. They're so stuck, Ellie.
This is crazy.
Yeah. How do people play this game?
How do they manage this biome is my question.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh no. Oh.
Why can't I open it but not grab it? There we go.
Nice. You have so much extra stamina.
I know, I know.
That's crazy. You can probably drink that, yeah.
Yeah, okay. No. Not again. I'm gonna wait for this wind.
Yeah.
Oh, I see Nibby over there. That's crazy.
Oh my god, that looks so funny. You can
Holy
do this.
shit. Where do I go now?
Wait, let me go tell her to look up here.
The fuck? Hello, I'm over. No!
Hello?
What the fuck?
Oh,
A
wait,
zombie
there's a
attacked
zombie
me,
here.
bro!
What the fuck?
Nah, that's not fair, bro. No, go away! Oh my god.
Oh no. Ellie!
This is crazy.
Oh,
Let go
she
of me!
gone. She gone.
No.
Ellie, no!
It was going so well. Fuck that zombie, bro.
That zombie just yeeted into the abyss. Oh my god.
It was going so well, bro.
Well. Yeah, winds are coming.
Poor
Ellie
body.
got killed by a zombie and then it yeeted into the abyss. it might become
Wow.
free.
I'm in the hole now. Oh, and that's the fog. Okay.
According to some, red is slightly good. Oh my god, maybe the zombie's right behind you. It's right behind you.
Not if I don't acknowledge him. Not if I don't acknowledge him.
Okay, I'm not surviving this. I'm a bee.
Stay away from me.
At least my zombie can't get out. Hello!
Oh, this is where Ellie was before.
Be careful. Oh, Nibby, there's a zombie right behind you.
Yeah,
Run.
I know. That's why she's fucking running.
That fucking zombie got
God.
me, bro. I hate it.
Man.
Stay away from
my
me,
God.
you orange fuck!
You're doing well.
I'm fucked. I'm fucked.
You're doing so good, Nibby. What the heck?
Holy shit, Nibby, you're so high up.
It's the panic. It's the pure adrenaline.
What do you mean warned you? We saw that orange guy like way early. I knew he was there. I just didn't know where he was after I fell. Oh no.
Stupid idea. I'm not gonna
Oh,
make that.
it was terrible.
Oh no.
It's a terrible idea.
No!
Lunge to the side, lunge to the side. Okay.
Good night.
Jesus Christ.
We got an orange fuck.
Where's the zombie, dude?
Okay. Goodbye, Sheetal.
No.
No!
Oh. Rest in peace, Shiro.
How do you have so much stamina?
Oh, hell is
I ate
this?
a mushroom. I ate a mushroom.
Oh my god.
Okay, I don't think I'm gonna
carrying
make
ping
it. I'm not gonna make it, but it's my only option.
Where are you trying to go?
Goodbye. Goodbye.
No! No!
did the slide.
For Bing Bong.
For Bing Bong.
For Bing Bong.
All she has is Bing Bong and a dream. Thank you, I drink.
I ate all my snacks and all I got is Bing Bong.
I had so many snacks in my backpack, man. I was doing so
Oh, no.
well.
Hold up, I'm gonna teach Shiro how to calibrate his model. Go into the dip studio real quick.
No, right now.
Okay.
We'll do it later.
We'll do it later.
I don't know if I can get out of here.
Wait, what do you mean calibrate? What's
No.
wrong with it?
He's looking down all the time.
Oh.
I'll just
Yeah,
look
I
up.
don't
It's
think I
okay.
can make it out of the fog.
Aw, man. This
Well,
biome
you know.
sucks.
It's been fun.
I love you, Bing Bong! Let's go!
Holy. Oh my god.
How does she keep being alive, dude?
God damn it! Let me die! I just want to die with Bing Bong, please!
There we go.
I love you, Bing Bong!
Yes.
Yes!
Oh my god.
Oh, Jesus. Well, GG. Oh, we got a new fit, guys. And a new badge. 5 morale boost. Okay.
When he peeks over on my screen.
Hello!
I like the snow biome more.
Yeah, same.
Right?
Man.
This is not great. We still haven't found the correct way.
But look, guys. I got the full thing.
You got the whole thing?
Let's
Look at
go!
me.
Oh my god! That's so cute. Wait, I got a new fit
I didn't
apparently.
get it.
Oh
That's
hell yeah!
crazy.
Look at me.
Oh,
I also got this one.
Let's
Hey,
go!
cookies.
Whee!
Oh,
I want to
shit.
put that on too.
We're all getting it.
I need my witch hat. Give me my witch hat.
Alright.
Yo!
Wanna try and speed one more time?
We can try one more time.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna keep on my yellow fit. Oh, I'm getting tired. I'm not gonna lie.
Me too. Do you want to stop here or is one more okay?
Are catching up on me.
We can stop here if you want.
Yeah, I
can
don't
only
think I
do
got
another
another hour in me. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah,
That's
we
fair.
we went to almost 2.5 hours. That's good.
Yeah.
That's alright.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. Where's she?
Oh, hey. I'm here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Hey,
cool.
Wait, I'm so out of place without having the same outfit.
Gloves.
Gloves.
Let's
Let's
go!
go!
Let's go.
We did it at the same time!
High five.
Hey, let's go!
Yeah.
Guys, this was
Wait, can we go and take pictures again?
Yeah, let's go
Yeah,
take one more
our new
picture.
outfits, yeah. Wait, I gotta put on a more appropriate hat.
I'm a whole bing bong.
Yeah. Yeah, you get. I got my lollipop.
Guys.
The lollipop is just covering your entire.
Ellie,
Oh my
your
God,
hat is a
cute.
cookie.
Oh my
that's so
God.
good.
Cookies.
So cute.
I want.
Alright. Are you guys ready? Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
I was too slow.
Cinema. Oh,
Cinema. Can we all do cinema?
Yeah.
And I'm holding bing bong.
No, you gotta hold Bing Bong. He's
Hello.
Oh my god, she won't.
That's so cute!
She's just covering
Wait,
me.
that was so cute! I'm so glad that saves.
One more!
Selfies.
Okay, my turn.
Okay, Yumi, get in there.
Yo, we get it. Get it.
Those are so cute.
Big bong.
Big boy!
Bing bong.
You guys,
All
the
right.
next time we do this, you guys gotta try the no bugs mode because it makes it.
Yeah,
all
yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely want to.
I need it.
Bing bong is necessary.
Oh my god.
Bing bong.
Oh,
Oh,
Jesus.
my face hurts.
Mine too.
I love doing this collab, guys.
This was really
We
fun.
need to
It's
do
so
it
good.
more often, please. Let it
No,
not
I
be
agree,
3
I
months
agree.
before the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bing bong.
Oh.
My face.
Okay.
Bing bong.
Okay. Mm-mm.
Bing bong. What
Uh,
wisdom does Bing bong have for us?
what does he have for us?
What does he have?
Okay.
Oh. Yeah, that's fair.
Do you want to
yeah,
try
no,
it?
same.
Do you want to try again, Bing Bong? Like, take your time. Okay, okay, fine. He has performance anxiety. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, I'll look away.
Yeah, don't look at him. Turn
Okay,
around,
okay,
turn
We're
around.
not looking
Okay.
at him.
Okay, do you have any wisdom for us, Bing Bong? Okay, okay. Take your time whenever you
Okay.
want. Whenever you want. Turn around.
I'm
Sorry.
listening.
Don't look at it. Don't look at it.
Okay. All right. I don't know.
Still too shy.
Yeah, okay. I understand, Bing
Oh,
Bong.
Bing bong.
Yeah,
I mean-
it's okay.
Bing Bong, who should I
missed my
raid?
way.
Okay. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever. Do you want to do the double raid?
Yeah, we can.
Oh shit. So many people. Oh my god,
Oh
help.
my god, there's so
Wait.
many people.
Oh, my apologies.
You meet your wife.
I mean, Jade is online, but I refuse to raid you guys into League of Legends.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I don't want to. Yeah, I don't,
Mm.
I don't know. Do you have someone?
I mean, there's the art guy that I rated earlier, Red Bean Porridge.
Oh yeah, yeah. Let's go to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has comfy
Very.
streams. Wait, he is streaming art, right? Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
That was
Can
just
I?
creepy.
Wait, hold on.
yeah.
What's his name?
Red Bean Porridge.
I can't find him. There, I found him. Okay. Okay. Oh, he's doing
Right.
art. Okay.
Yeah.
He's
He has really cute art. Oh my god, I love it.
Yeah.
Dehydrated bitch.
All right. Thank you. I drink in a bit. Okay, guys. I'm gonna read you guys out. Thank you for hanging out with us.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Thank
Thank
you
you
guys
so
for
was
much,
fun.
joining.
everyone.
See you guys soon.
Yippee!
Ah.
Yeah,
Yo, yo, yo.
All right.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you for being here.